Welcome to the Game Informer Show, a weekly video game podcast releasing every Thursday. I am your host, Alex Stadnick, and as always, I'm honored to be joined by the notorious Alex Van Aken. Hello, sir.
Hello, thank you for having me, Alex.
Thank you for being here. Each week, we talk about the latest news, reviews, and big man swag your eyes and ears can handle. Oh, I think I missed something, but that's pretty good. This week is a big one. It's a big one, folks, because when you're listening to this, we are 1 week away from the Game Awards 2021, one of video games' biggest events. And we're going to do a little predictions today, which I am very, very excited for. But first, let's introduce our panel. The Jacket, the Duck Man, Boyd King himself, Dan Tack in the building. Hello, sir.
The Duck Man? All right, whatever. I'll take it. Let's go. All right, I am hype for games and gaming. That's what we're here for, right? Let's freaking go. I am excited. Man. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Alex. Great to be on the show as always.
Yeah, and of course, the one and only K-Star is in the building. K-Star, Kim Wallace.
Let's go. Okay, though, when you said notorious for Van Aken, I wanted to do this, but I didn't want to have notorious. You need to have that after every time in the beginning.
I don't know what you're singing, but I'm here for it.
Christopher Wallace would be very disappointed in you, but
yes,
I'll Google that.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Welcome.
Wait, what did you say, Christopher Wallace?
It's the notorious B.I.G.
Oh
man,
yeah,
one and only.
Listen, I know him by his stage name, not his real name.
Yeah, he and I were buds, and
I know who Big E is.
Yeah.
Why you gotta disrespect?
What do you mean? You saying Big E or Big E, the WWE champion?
All right.
These holes are getting dug here. All right, people are going to be able to get out of them pretty soon.
And you know that voice, you love that voice. Marcus Stewart in the building as well. Hello, sir.
Hey, it's December. It's the holiday month. All the holidays happen now, right?
Every one of them. Yeah.
Everyone gets presents.
Snow.
Yeah.
Except by Marcus. Marcus doesn't get snow.
No, it is chilly down here. I know you guys laugh at that
Okay, what's
idea.
chilly? Come on.
Oh, it's like a freezing 55. It's ridiculous.
Oh
my goodness. It's killing us down here.
You poor soul.
Dead ass, I would be out in shorts and a sweatshirt right now if it was 55 here. So.
Yep.
Oh, you
really
laugh at
exciting,
us,
Marcus.
well.
Tell me
We're
more.
fur coats and stuff down here. It's great.
Yeah. Oh man, we have a lovely crew for a lovely show. This week we're gonna do Game Awards predictions. So kind of like last week, we skipped the news section because we ain't got time for news because all the news is gonna be at the Game Awards this year. So we're gonna jump right into it. For those who don't know or who are just kind of joining us, right? The Game Awards is I think I would argue the biggest Game Awards show in the industry at this point, right? I don't think we had one for a while, and then Jeff Keighley's show kind of took over for that. Sorry, I'm just writing my notes down. And it's gotten bigger and bigger as the years have gone on. I feel like we've gotten some really big reveals over the last couple of years. Like the Mass Effect return is big. Joker and Smash was big. Having like the three heads of the Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft there a couple years ago was big. And there's always those great moments. So but Keighley keeps promising bigger and bigger. So he's promised what, Marcus, 20 to 40 games total, something like that.
His messaging's weird because it's vague if those are all brand new games or games that were announced that we're gonna see again. I assume it's a mix of both, but yeah, 20 to 40 games in general, which is a big range. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the award show kind of takes this hybrid role of I feel like it's kind of like the Grammys, right? Where Grammys are, because the Oscars are more about the awards, right? Where the Grammys are like, the performances too. They've already announced like Sting is going to be there, but it's like this weird mix of like awarding the creators, but also like having like big new reveals.
Did they announce new albums at the Grammys? I don't watch them.
No, I don't think they do.
Okay.
I don't know. We can ask Hazel.
Cat.
Kitty alert.
Say hello, Hazel.
Wow.
Yeah. For audio listeners, there's a cat on camera.
There is a cat in my camera.
Yeah.
And the cat also likes one of the biggest gaming marketing events of the year where we get to see the latest and greatest new commercials.
Yep.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
I'm there for it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's usually a good time, and I feel like Keighley and his team have learned over the last couple of years. It feels like they're condensing things, or at least making them a little bit more full. And
Wait,
you know,
are they? Are we on tap for like another 4-hour extravaganza with performances by I don't know,
that's a good
Bjork
question, yeah.
and
Well,
whatever we
Paul and
trot out?
Mary, yeah.
they
Yeah.
already announced that Sting will be performing.
Well, hey, I
Mhm.
love Sting, so I'm down for that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
for
a
my
big
money,
in.
Sting in the original Dune film was just the best, right? Okay. Anyway, let's
Anyways,
go.
yeah.
Let's go.
So why are we telling you all this? Because we're gonna do one of my favorite sections of the year, and we're gonna do our predictions for the Game Awards. So I
Yeah.
have the list. I have the list to my left here of all the nominees besides the esports categories because we don't know what the hell's going on in them. So we said goodbye, get it out of here. We
They're
don't
all
need
winners in our
Okay,
eyes.
but
Yeah.
okay. So they're
I
all
know.
sealed. We don't know what the categories are. Alex is gonna lay them on us. We have no idea. This is gonna be great. I love
It's
it.
impossible to look up the Game
We
Awards
can't. We don't
2021
know.
nominees.
We don't know. It's gonna be
Yeah.
raw. It's gonna be live. This is great. This is great,
Uncut.
folks.
We love it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tally who says what. And then we're gonna count up who won after the show, and then we'll do. I know y'all like the after recap episode as well. So
Ooh, I
we'll do-
like
Oh,
this.
the Kim
Yeah.
is wrong episode. I love it.
Well,
I absolutely
we don't know. We
revel
don't know.
in that.
I think
Yeah.
Reeves won last year.
He
So
totally
for
did.
for
We
this, we're not
technically
like we're not betting on our picks. We're betting who's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got
Not
you.
what
All right.
we would say. What
Let's
we think will
roll.
actually win.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Man, this is
Y'all-
fun.
Do y'all want to put some money on this? Like
Don't
$5
we-
bucks.
Whoa.
I was gonna ask, like, don't we
Whoa.
still technically owe Ben a steak dinner from last year?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't
We
think
never-
we're allowed to do that.
I'll put my
I was
health
gonna say,
insurance
you
on the
think I have
line.
money?
You think Ben's watching this? He's like, wait a second, that's right.
All right. How about this? We'll bet 5 Alcoin. It's this hot new NFT Bitcoin that's coming out.
Wait,
It's really-
I
Owl
bet
coin?
this. I bet
Alcoin.
this Eevee Pokemon card.
Oh, God.
Eevee's
Okay.
cool.
That's on the
That's
line.
shiny.
All right, I'll bet you a bag of jelly beans. All right, how about that? All right, let's go.
I love it. Okay, but we'll do the recap episode to see who won. So, and Reeves, if you're listening, we still owe you, I think, $5 from last year.
I don't
So-
know him anything.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, it's on. Let's go.
Let's start with a softball here, shall we?
Okay.
Best sports/racing game, and the nominees are F1 2021,
No.
FIFA 22 or FIFA 2022, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Riders Republic, and Forza Horizon 5. So I'm gonna just go
Forza.
down the line and
Sorry,
you know,
I'm acting
Kim was
out.
very eager.
I am acting out. I am sorry. We will go
Kim-
down the line.
Kim says Forza. Marcus, how about you? What do you say?
Oh, it's Forza.
Do we all just want to get this one out of the way?
It's Forza.
Yeah.
Though I will say, cool to see Hot Wheels Unleashed
Mhm.
get the nod. That game's
Yeah.
all right.
If it wasn't
Miller-
for Forza, Hot Wheels probably would have won. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Forza.
Yeah. I don't think there's a few locks in this year. This is definitely one of them where I don't think
Hey,
there's a
you never
world
know
where-
what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Listen, when
true,
you go
that's
out
why
for
you
a
watch.
ride in Forza, anything can happen. Let's go.
Let's
Forza
go.
doesn't have a ukulele cover of Gangster's Paradise, so
So automatic winner, right? I think that's a good thing, right? Yeah, I don't see a world where this doesn't win one of the most celebrated games of the year, and especially because it's not nominated for Game of the Year, which caused a little hullabaloo.
Did it?
I
oh,
think
just that
so.
one.
Maybe
Yeah,
just
I think some people got it wrong. Hey, whatever. Let's go.
we'll get to it, but yeah, this one seems like a lock. So next up, and just before I get into the next one, the voting process on the actual day of the event is we the journalists get some sort of percentage of a vote. We send in our votes, right, and then the community votes on their own, right, and it's weighed differently. I'm not sure how exactly.
Yeah, I
how-
think journalists have a heavier say,
okay.
I don't
but
know how
they
it
do
works.
they do account for fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Say
can
that'll
go.
be the
Public
first
can go
time.
vote. Yeah.
It's also worth mentioning that yes, we do participate in this, but any weird things in those nominees that you're like, what? It didn't come from us.
We
It
promise.
came from some other
That's
outlet.
true.
Yeah.
And we don't know who the other judges are.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Wait,
never
Don't blame
mind.
us.
Wait, don't we?
All right.
I think they say who's in it.
So, yeah, it's public, right?
I wasn't gonna blame Kind of Funny, even though Let's see. Best sim/strategy game: Age of Empires 4, Evil Genius 2, Humankind, Inscription, and a weird entry, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I guess it's best sim, but are sim and
Okay.
strategy even in like the same world?
See, this one is complicated because now I have to know how many like European voters are in this. to
Right.
really pick, and that's just to pick on that preference, right? Because that's I think that's a factor here.
Mhm.
I'll go with Age of Empires. Why
Okay.
not?
I'm gonna go with Age of Empires because for me, like I think Inscription should win this category, but I don't think enough people played it, to be honest, and I think that's gonna hurt it based on when it released. So I think Age of Empires, people think strategy, that's more like what they concoct in their mind of like this a strategy game. So that's my vote.
For sure.
Man, the vibe I get from Age of Empires fans as a non-fan is that AoE4 feels like more AoE2, and I've seen that in a negative context. So maybe I'm gonna go rogue and say Inscription pulls it out somehow.
Okay. Okay.
Gotta
Mm.
believe.
I mean, this isn't about
Hmm.
belief though. This is about who's winning.
That's what I'm
Ooh,
saying. Like I
done.
think that should win, but I don't think it will.
And again, it was best strategy and sim.
And
Yeah.
sim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, categories
Man.
are complicated.
Yeah, I'm gonna come from left field with
Ooh.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
That's a good
Okay.
call. It's a good call. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
is.
It is the
I think a lot of
strategy game.
people in the last year have at least dabbled in that or like had a loved one who did. And whenever I did that this year and I was really impressed. And I feel like that could, if people take it more the sim route, I think that one could win.
Yeah. This holiday
Um,
season, give your loved one the gift of flight.
Yes.
Only with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020.
Exclusively on Xbox, Game Pass, and PC.
Boom.
There you go.
There it is. I
Yeah.
love it.
I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Sim. That's
Yeah.
mine.
I'm in a tough spot because I agree with Kim. I don't think enough of the public played Inscription. I feel like our timelines did, the gamer timelines, the game journal ones. So I think I'm going to do Age of Empires as well. I feel like that had the biggest reception out of the games we're talking about here. So I think that's my vote.
Inscription has 29,000 reviews on Steam. It's not some unplayed entity
Okay.
here. Okay.
Overwhelmingly positive, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I already said it. It's already written
All right.
down.
I just wanted to give you some context.
Appreciate you. Yeah. I think I'm gonna regret that one. I think Marcus.
I think it's Inscription is going to do it.
Yeah.
But
Thanks,
but
guys.
It's already written in type.
we got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the fun of this. So, let's move to best family game, which
12
usually
minutes.
is it.
No.
Van Aiken.
Most interesting family game.
Low
why he's-
hanging fruit, man.
I don't even
like
think
he's
he's that.
victorious.
All right.
This this year, I feel like this is always a Nintendo game, right? But the problem this year is that there's a lot of Nintendo games in this one. So the nominees for this one are It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstars, New Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, WarioWare Get It Together. So it's literally all Nintendo games besides It Takes Two. So I think this one gets a little harder here. Alex Van Aiken looks like he's ready to jump on.
It Takes Two.
Okay.
That's the clear winner. Yeah, it's co-op. It's got family themes as well, and it's really good. So I think It Takes Two.
See, it's weird 'cause it's like family game. I agree, especially aesthetically, but like it's a game about divorce. That's a weird family.
Yeah,
game.
that's what I
You
was
have
gonna
to
say.
have
That
a
feels
family
weird
before
to
you
be
can have
like,
a
let's
divorce.
gather
So
the family
it
around.
works.
I feel like, I mean, that probably doesn't matter in a job, but I feel like in my mind that should be a factor of like, would you play this with your general family? It even feels weird.
I mean, the
playing
first
with-
boss in the game is like a giant animated vacuum cleaner.
Marcus, you're making this way more complicated than it has to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay here.
I mean, the problem is that, like Alex said, there's too many Nintendo games, and it's like it's like a coin toss at that
You're
point.
gonna split the vote, all of them. That's the problem.
Like, it seems like Mario Party would be like the one, just because it's the one you can play with the most people.
Mhm.
So, you know what? Screw it. It's gonna be. Actually, no. I'm gonna go Mario 3D World. I'm gonna go with the actual good game.
Man,
Oh.
you are not going to win that one, my friend. Okay.
I know. but-
Attacking him with some knowledge. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm going with It Takes Two just because I haven't played that game, but everybody I know that is in the voting block hasn't shut up about it. So Good enough for me. That's what this is, right? Going with the crowd.
Well, see,
Yep.
here's the thing. It Takes Two is nominated for other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
matter.
don't
We'll
think
get
they'll
this.
give it this.
I do.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go with Marcus and do Bowser's Fury.
Okay. Alrighty. It's on
This
the
is
board.
getting wild. It's getting
I
heated.
was saying,
I
this
like
feels
it.
like the lowest award that It Takes Two can win.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just
Right.
don't think of that as like I should really play this with the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe like little older kids or something like
That's
that.
not how
who's
people are
into
going to vote,
games,
though.
yeah.
They're going to see
But
the game
maybe
they
we're
like.
like
they
reading
clicky
too
it.
much into the category.
You think there's been parents that like introduce their kids to divorce with like, hey, we're actually getting
Wow.
divorced, and this is how I
Let's-
decided to break the news now.
Let's play this.
Oh boy.
Kind of soften the blow a little bit.
All
And
right,
just
then.
prep them for
Um,
therapy for the rest of their
So,
life.
honey,
or
you
what?
know
Yeah.
how at the start of the game, mommy and daddy were really angry at each other? I don't know how
I'm
the
gonna
game
go get
ends,
some
but at the
lunch.
end of the
I'll see you
game,
later.
we're still friends. Well, that's what's happening with us.
Hope
And
like
you're going to
two
be spending
Christmases.
Wednesdays with your dad and every other weekend with me.
It's a less whimsical version of this.
But hey, we got to play this great game together.
And we
Isn't
hate
that
each other,
fun?
actually.
Yeah. Your last good memory of childhood. Wow.
All right.
I
took a
think
dark turn.
I do think recency bias plays a huge thing in Game Awards voting for the public. You know, I can't speak for other journalist outlets, but I definitely think for the public it does. And I think I'm in Marcus's camp where I don't think this is It Takes Two is necessarily. You're not sitting around at Christmas time playing It Takes Two with the family. So I think I'm going to vote Mario Party Superstars. I think that's where I'm going with this one. It's Mario Party. You love it or you hate it. I think more people love it than hate it. That's the vote. That's what's going to win. Moving on. Best fighting game. Here we go.
Oh, there were so many.
I think there's a lock in this one. We'll see though. Best fighting game: Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles,
Oh, that one.
Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Hype Lumina. I can't wait for like The Rock or like someone who just doesn't know what this is to announce that game.
Melty blood. He just does it in his rock voice.
Yeah. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Dan's a big Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl fan. Am I right,
What a
Dan?
farce.
Nigel
An
Thornberry
absolute
main.
farce of a game. I guess I'll kick things off since I'm already here, but yeah, I think this is Guilty Gear by a mile. And again, that's not to knock the other games, except Net Brawl, definitely knocking that. Like it's just it always seems like the fighting category has one clear-cut winner every year.
Yeah, it was Smash, what, 2 years ago? I'm sure Mortal Kombat's one.
I
Marcus, you were
am
gonna say?
gonna go
Oh.
with Dan on this. I agree. It's Guilty Gear.
Okay. Marcus?
Yeah, it's Guilty Gear. It
Alex?
strives to win the award.
Always striving.
Very good.
Always.
Very good, Marcus.
I really enjoyed my time playing
writer
Guilty
is
Gear this
you.
year. So Guilty Gear is my pick.
Okay.
All these other posers didn't play it. I did.
I played it.
Giovanna. Okay. Well,
You want to go a few rounds?
no, I don't because I'm trash.
I'm just mad none of y'all touched Melty blood.
Actually, the
I'd
Melty Blood has a fan base to it.
Okay.
Like it's actually, despite the ridiculous name, it has some respect among
Right?
the
Doesn't
FGC.
every game though have a fan base to it? Like people use that as like a like.
Well,
oh,
I
it's
think that's
really not
different than
that
like
It's
the
true.
Demon Slayer fighting game. Like I think the actual FGC likes
Actually
Melty Blood,
supports Melty.
respects it.
It
What
looks
do you
cool.
people like Demon Slayer? What are you talking about?
The Nick Brawl fans are lining up to send me angry emails right now. I assure you. All
Yeah.
right?
I do think there is a contingent of Nick Brawl fans out there.
Oh, I know
Yep.
there is. They're gonna.
Yeah.
I have enraged the flock. They're gonna be coming. Don't worry.
Yeah. Are you insinuating there's sheep there, Dan?
No, I was going for birds, and I like
okay.
birds.
There we go. You do
You
like
know?
birds. Yeah. I do think, like public voting would maybe swing towards Brawl, but the FGC community is very passionate, and I think they'll get Guilty Gear here. So that's my pick as well. Another easy one here. This feels like early to do this, but it's next on the list, so I'm gonna read it. Most anticipated game, which next year is nutty.
Oh man.
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Starfield. This is a thick one.
Starfield?
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
trying to go with the normie vote here. I bet everyone's gonna pick God of War. You know, Elden Ring is right there, folks. But yeah, I guess I have to go with God of War.
Okay.
I want to go with Horizon, but I think there's more God of War fans than Horizon. I think people more God of War. I'm going with God of War.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Zelda.
Mm.
Can't deny those Nintendo diehards.
Yep, that's true.
Actually,
There's
yeah, man. You know what? I didn't look up the voting block before this. That would have been. I need to know who's
I
voting
didn't
on these.
either. We're all here. We're all equal playing
right.
ground.
Actually,
Yeah.
we know how many Switches are out there.
We're monitoring it on a daily
Yeah,
basis.
Man, that's a tough one.
I'm split between Zelda and Elden Ring because I think Elden Ring is getting normies like me hype
Mm.
through the marketing.
That's good, but you're never
Um,
gonna reach the normie hype level of like. I don't know why I'm helping you with your answer, but you're never gonna reach normie hype levels of God of War or Legend of Zelda. It's between those two.
know.
You know, really. I'm just trying to
Um,
help you. I wish it was Elden Ring. Okay, it's Elden Ring for me, but it don't matter.
All right, I'm gonna go God of War.
Okay. All right.
I'm with Dan
Wow.
because that was gonna be my first answer, and then he took it.
Look at all this. I think y'all. I'm sad, Dan, that you would betray your passions and love.
How am I know the way that the wind is blowing, my friend.
I 100% think this is going to be Elden Ring because I think it's one of the. I mean, like we know, God of War only has 2022 on it, right? So does Breath of the Wild. Like that's I don't think that's next year. You know, Starfield we haven't even really seen gameplay. I feel like when voting started for this, we were just coming off the Elden Ring hype train of seeing gameplay of doing the tech test, right? I think that plays into it, and I feel like you know, my friends who play Madden and Call of Duty every year aren't going to be voting in the Game Awards, right? So I think,
But yeah, they will. They'll see the link on. They see the link on TikTok or
I'm gonna
wherever, and
text
they're like,
my
"I'm gonna
boy
go.
right
I'm gonna
now."
go
Yeah.
slam that vote down." All right.
Slam it. I think it's Elden Ring. I think it's the most concrete example of a game that's coming out and soon, right? February is right around the door. So,
Yeah, but
quarter, so.
this isn't game
Yeah, this
most
isn't
likely
when
to
it's
come
coming
out
out.
next year.
True. True.
Hey, don't help Alex. Let
Yeah.
him go with it. He'll
Alright.
understand. He'll
Yeah.
understand soon enough that
The
When he
man-
loses.
Listen,
the
we all know
man
Elden
who's-
Ring is looking fantastic and incredible, and if it was my vote, it was my pick. It's a clear cut winner, but it's not.
There you go.
Yeah,
So,
poor Starfield, by the way. Nobody picked it.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Starfield
That's got a release date.
looks cool, right? But you're putting it up against these
Yeah, that's why.
gargantuans. It's not even in the same conversation, in my opinion, as some of these other things.
which
Todd
is
Hour is T-posing, and the T stands for tears now.
Like we're talking about like just monsters here, right? These are games that are gonna just like get out of the way. We're coming.
Which is
We're
what, but like we're
coming.
talking about a Bethesda game here too. You know what I mean? Like this is the biggest thing since what Fallout
Sliced
4?
bread?
Sliced bread, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
From Fallout 4.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm curious to see what this one ends up being. A lot of good responses there. Best role playing game. I think some people in this crew like an RPG or two. This one gets interesting. So Tales of Arise. Great game. Shin Megami Tensei 5, hard game. Scarlet Nexus, Monster Hunter Rise, and Cyberpunk 2077.
Wait, what's the
Okay.
category again? I'm sorry.
Best
Best
RPG.
Anyone but Cyberpunk, for the love of God.
I mean, man, I guess I have to go. Here we go. I gotta. It is SMT, but we're gonna go with the normie vote, and we're gonna take Tales of Arise.
You act like Tales is like the super mainstream series.
Yeah, it's not
In
Final Fantasy.
comparison to SMT, it is. We're
I mean,
True.
yeah, SMT is very niche. Tales was for a while, but it really expanded its audience on this last one, and it was kind of cool. It was like seeing when Persona 5, like all of a sudden everybody realized Persona was cool after all those years. It kind of happened with Tales this year. I'm going with Tales.
Okay.
There's a part of me that almost wants to say Scarlet Nexus because it got that Game Pass bump. So a
Ooh.
lot of people got to play it. But yeah, I'm gonna go Tales. Again, if Cyberpunk wins, and I'm like, that game barely qualifies as an RPG in my opinion. But
I heard
Yeah.
they fixed it up pretty well, but I don't know if that goes, if people put that into their voting. Like, if they've played it now, it plays much different than when I played it at launch and so forth.
yeah, but even then, it just, to me, the RPG stuff feels so light. It's more of an action adventure game to me, but that's me.
Well, they've already made that analysis for you, Marcus. They've got it in the RPG category, so that's you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Alex, how about you?
Tales of Arise.
Okay. Wow.
Man, we have too much united votes. We got to get vicious with each other. Where's the teeth?
There's shakeups.
Speaking of teeth, monsters have teeth. Also, Monster Hunter community is thick.
Yep.
And they love their games. And I feel like our view of Rise is skewed a little bit because our review wasn't as positive.
No.
But I feel like I saw a lot of hype around Monster Hunter Rise.
You did at the beginning, but it dropped off very fast. Like I still like with World, people are still talking about it months. Like here, like stuff comes up with Rise, and you just don't see the same excitement because it is very similar to World, and you know people who are wanted to play on their Switch, they have a game to play on their Switch, but I don't see the same like levels of people still talking about it months down. And I think a lot of people forgot it even came out this year.
Also,
same with Scarlet Nexus, though. I feel like Scarlet Nexus is the same way. Like people
Tales kind of ate its lunch a little bit.
Scarlet Nexus just got dominated by the two bigger franchises, niche as they may be previously.
Yeah. Which
also, how did Monster Hunter Stories snubbed because of Cyberpunk?
Oh yeah. And they're probably like, we can't have two Monster Hunter games in the same category.
Yeah, like, people really like that game.
Yeah, that game was. I mean, too bad that game was on the list because it's I put that above both. That was a great game, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it seems like that should be where Cyberpunk is. But
yeah. Which that brings me to my pick, which I would never ever dream of picking Monster Hunter Rise because I'm going with Tales of Arise. So thank you for helping me with that, Kim.
Monster Hunter Arise?
Didn't we all pick it? I mean, this is.
I was going to try to be spicy, but there was just too many arguments against it. So, yeah, I think that's the third category.
I think the next one we all pick and then we talk.
Okay. Okay.
So Alex can't cheat.
I mean, hey, it's a roundtable discussion,
Yeah.
It's fine.
This one is gonna be hard. This one's gonna be
Alex, you're going first on this one. How about that?
Okay, I got you. All right. Best action adventure game.
Oof.
Oh Lord, what a category if I ever heard one. Like nobody even knows what that is anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, Zach. Yeah, Cyberpunk in there too. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and Psychonauts 2.
How the hell is Resident Evil Village?
I was gonna say what?
Whatever. There's shooting.
Those
there's
action
action.
Whatever. Yeah, totally.
The fight
Totally an
against
action
Lady
adventure.
D,
My favorite
Title.
action game.
Yeah, that's what
My
happens
favorite
when you don't
action
have a horror
platformer, Resident Evil Village.
which is dumb because the next category is just straight action. Okay, hold on. Well,
Okay,
we can
no,
get
that's fine. That's fine. Like, we got to play the game. Play the game.
the game.
Alex is voting first.
I think I'm going. My heart wants Psychonauts 2, even though I think there's a lot
This
of.
ain't about your heart.
I know it's.
Use your head.
This is where I wish I knew more from the voting split, but I know we're all in the same boat. But I think I'm gonna go Village. I think the Resident Evil hype is still there. And I think it sold a lot better than most of the games on here. A lot of people still don't have PS5s to play Ratchet. Guardians was, I feel, weirdly niche for being a Marvel property. Like I don't think it reached the heights of Spider-Man games, right? But I feel like a lot of people were happily surprised. by that game,
which is too bad. 'Cause I'm towards the end of that game, and I think it's really good. That
Yeah.
story is really something.
Yeah. So there's my pick. Alex, what about you?
What were the picks again?
Guardians,
Got
Metroid Dread, Ratchet and Clank, RE Village, and Psychonauts 2.
This category is so weird. I'm gonna go Metroid Dread.
That was my other pick. That's what I was in between.
A
But
classic action adventure title. Metroid Dread.
if only it had its own name for it.
It's kind of the Metroid and Ratchet are probably the two purest examples of action adventure on this list. But I feel like because there's a best Nintendo category, right? Isn't there? Don't they do like best publisher picks and stuff?
I'm looking. Keep talking though.
I would say like because Metroid seems like that's
Well,
it's
just
to
because it
lose.
wins one category doesn't mean it can't win another.
You're right, but the Game Awards often sometimes too will
No.
carton some stuff off. Like you get this one, so you don't get this one that you might deserve more.
Yeah.
No, you just have to be Hideo Kojima and friends with,
Oh.
you know.
If it said
Then you
Hideo,
get-
Hit him.
Then Then you get the award, because whatever.
If only
Anywho,
Norman Reedus
I
played
just
Samus.
started crap.
Talking, I love it.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it the Ratchet.
Okay. All right.
I'm going with Metroid Dread because I think people are very happy to see that come back, and
I agree.
It was good. So there you go.
There you go. DT, what do you got?
When in doubt, you don't mess with the House of N. All right, listen, the Nintendo bump is a real thing, and Metroid Dread is going to take this one.
Okay, there it is.
I'm dreading the result of this pick.
Oh, that was a good one, Marcus.
That was good. That was a good segment.
Cheerio.
Yeah.
Oh my God, where's the hat at?
Look at that.
I forgot you bought that stupid thing. Can you please
love
wear
it.
that in public? Like, I'm begging you. Go to
Hey,
the
next time we go out, buddy, I'm wearing it.
Yes.
Do it. Go get some pizza and
I'll do it.
Go up down. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
we'll go.
You're gonna feel
Get a big, thick cut slice. Oh yeah, just give me a
You're gonna feel so underdressed next to him.
I love it. Yeah, I think Metroid's a great pick here. That was what I was between. But
See, he would have switched his answer if we all spoke first. I
right.
know
Yes. Yeah. Not an original thought in this noggin.
Hey,
here.
you know, Alex is good. He's taking the arguments and making an educated guess. He's actually being very smart there. That's why he's got to go first again.
They call him the cerebral assassin.
Best action game.
Wait.
We all voted, right?
Wait,
Yeah, we did action adventure, and now they're doing best action
Best
game. Like,
action,
shouldn't it just be
yeah.
best adventure? That like, what is going on
But
here?
none of
it's
those
okay.
are
Let's go.
adventure
Let's
games.
go.
Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just feel like they just gave 2 action categories and was like, we'll figure
Correct.
it out.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Kim, this one has no adventure though.
That is true.
Your
This is just-
action.
This is action.
So the nominees for this one: Back for Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. And it's
Ooh.
going to be Returnal. It got kicked out of the Game of the Year category. And I think the best action game this year. Just like moment to moment combat. I think this is 100% Returnal. Will people vote that way? I not know. But that's what my heart tells me, and that's what I think. I think the industry bump will be enough for that one. So Returnal it is.
Yeah, like to me, the correct answer is Returnal. Also, shout out to Chivalry for getting the
Yeah.
nod.
It's not dead.
Yeah, but yeah, the only thing I
God.
hesitant is like, is there still people salty, even though it's fixed now, about that save feature being a thing, and preventing people from finishing it?
Could
But
be. I know
yeah,
Alex is.
because like otherwise, Far Cry is the other more mainstream pick, and that is definitely full of action.
I have.
I don't think Far Cry is getting it.
I feel like because we always hear if a game does well, we always hear like this is the best selling game since X and Y. I feel like Ubi's been really quiet on.
It
Far
was
Cry.
from like October, yeah. And plus, they want John Carlo on stage to be like, "Thank you for killing
So
me in my
low.
video
He
game."
can go on stage
That
anyway.
is true. If he's
I'm not gonna
friends with
stop him.
Keeley,
If
I
you-
mean,
That doesn't change the votes. What the?
that we know of, Dan.
if he can bring him up on
Oh,
stage,
come on, Marcus. You know people. Oh, God,
Come
people don't know what that-
I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna go Returnal. I
Okay.
think that edges it out.
All right.
I'm gonna go different on this one. I'm gonna go Deathloop.
Okay. It's in stone. It's been written. Dan, Alex.
Obviously, I think Returnal is the best game that we saw this year, maybe in several years. Just want to say that.
Wow.
However, I do not think people are properly appreciating it, and I think that will be reflected with this voting. It already got robbed of where it should be, so I think it'll get robbed again, and I think people will vote for Deathloop, and I think that's wrong, but I think that's what's going to win.
Okay.
Deathloop is my game of the year. Unofficially, because that list hasn't been published yet.
Oh, snap!
Industry secrets getting leaked here.
I know. Listen, I'll
We
peek
found out-
behind the curtain.
Hey, we know your game of the year. We know John.
You know
Carlo,
everything
Nick
now.
Keeley's relationship.
Yeah.
Everything's coming out.
But I don't really think. Deathloop has action. I think
put in
Returnal is
way
more of
too
a
much
core
thought
action
into it.
game. Yeah, I'm going. I'll go Deathloop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake here, Kim.
I did.
Is there?
Well, the
But we
$5 idea
we
got
were
shot
saying that
out.
before,
So.
like overthink what the category means because I was doing it on family, and then I'm like, I don't even know if that matters. I think people just go, I like that game. Boom. That's
Exactly.
I
it.
don't have a lot of
Kim is
stake because
100
this EV card is a duplicate.
I mean, I agree with
So-
Kim. People don't care about the category. They're just like, I like that game.
Or this
And
is
they
the only
click-
game
they
I
clicking
played.
a button, and then magic happens.
I haven't played these other 4.
And I think more people have been in talking about Deathloop playing it than Returnal. Returnal like died off a little bit, and then the fact that it didn't even get the nomination for Game of the Year,
God,
like,
that's wrong.
makes me think it's going to get snubbed again.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
See,
Yeah.
I guess I'm taking the little less cynical approach to it because I do think I agree with Marcus where there is some makeup here. I think there are places where games get awarded because they're not getting awards elsewhere because of the journalist vote, right? And I think press was loving Returnal enough to push that over the edge personally. Because I feel like Deathloop had a similar track, right? Where the buzz was so real those first 2 weeks, and then it kind of died off because for whatever reason, arcane games don't penetrate like the mainstream like they should. I don't know why.
I mean, I think
but,
everybody who wanted to play it finished it, and then that was that.
Yeah, other stuff just started coming out,
So, but that'll be interesting to see. Moving on, I'm gonna skip content creator of the year unless y'all want to take. Actually,
Me.
let's do this because I don't know who most of these people are. So let's take
I
some
would
wild
like to
card
know how
shots
many of
here.
you guys recognize these people.
Wild card.
Yeah. Content creator of the year. We have Dream, not Media Molecules game. Fussly, Gaules,
I think it's Foosley.
Foosley. Okay. Gaules, Gaules. Abia, and the Grefk. The internet was a mistake, folks. I don't know what to tell you.
I think the internet's pretty cool.
It was on.
I'm going with the one I can say with ease. Dream.
Okay.
It's 100% Dream.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Dream just because
Are you
this is
saying that
popular-
from
this is quite literally a popularity contest, and as far as I know, Dream is
The Dream SMT or Dream SMP server.
I was gonna
Minecraft.
say, are you guys actually coming from a place of knowledge?
well. Whether we are, whether we're not, Marcus, you got to make your choice. Boom.
I'll go Foosley. I don't even know what these people look like or anything, but I like that name. It's fun to say.
Okay. Alex, how about you?
Dream. This is a free point.
Okay. Okay. I don't care. I'm here to win. Dream as well.
I'm here. I like it. This is
Yeah,
what I'm
I
here
hope
for.
you're
Telling me that I'm just copying answers. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you did copy that answer,
I
and
copied that one. 100%.
you got to go first again.
Done deal. Because the next one is best AR VR game. And the nominees for this one are Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo, Resident Evil VR, and Sniper Elite VR.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 VR specifically.
Yes, sorry, I missed the 4 on that one. I think it's Hitman 3. I don't know many other categories that are going to where that game is going to get a win. I think this could be a good spot to acknowledge the awesomeness of that game. Maybe not, for the exact reasons why it's awesome, right? But I think this is a good spot to award that game. And I've heard I watched Leo's videos way back in February or March or something like that. And I think I think it's a really cool game. And I think it's really cool that you can play that whole thing in VR. So Hitman 3 for best AR VR.
I'm saying
I'll go
RE4.
next.
Oh,
Nope, Marcus can go.
right. Yeah, RE4. I think that game's fan base is just too big.
Yeah.
That even for a VR game that like a quarter of them will play, they'll just vote for it because it's RE4. It's probably good. And for the people that did play it, apparently it's very good. I've heard nothing but good things about that. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will also go with RE4.
Okay.
RE4 because Hitman's gonna get snubbed.
In
whatever category it's in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is the only
it's-
one it's in, right?
Yeah, and what a dumb way to represent Hitman.
Right. I didn't even realize it was a VR game until I saw this category.
It's not in
Yeah,
any
same.
other category.
I was like, really? No, I don't think it is. I think it's just this.
Wow. Yeah.
Not even
you're right.
action adventure or anything.
That's
Wow.
a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm mad at all of our peers. Y'all have bad taste. It's Resident Evil 4, which is a good game, I hear.
Dan?
Brands. You know them, you love them. Resident
All right,
Evil.
Just get over it. Yeah. That's bad. Okay.
It's like the
Sorry, Hitman.
Coca-Cola of horror.
Here we go. Best debut indie game,
Uh-oh.
Mm.
which we can get into this. Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Sable, The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, and Valheim. Feel like another really
Wait.
strong category.
Valheim's
Indies
not
are-
out yet.
Yeah, indies are hard to predict for the
Yeah.
popular
Mhm.
audience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with Kenna.
That seems like the safest one.
I'll go with Valheim.
I'm all about the safe choice.
Oh, Valheim.
If
Valheim's
Valheim's
really
on the
popular.
list, it's winning.
Okay.
It is really popular.
Okay. It's been noted. Feel like
Dan,
I
you can-
am biased because we have a lot of love for Sable in The Office. I think because I don't think The Artful Escape had the benefit of having the Xbox and Game Pass marketing, right?
But it's Sable.
Sable did too. Yeah. I'm gonna go Sable. I think my gut's telling me Sable. Visual style. I don't think the normies, as we're calling them, are gonna vote really in this category.
That's not a negative term. It's just I'm used to using that as like,
Yeah.
the popular vote.
I think people, there's a lot of love for Kenna, but I do think people had issues with, I guess people had issues with Sable too, but I feel like the issues in Kenna were more pronounced. So I'm gonna go Sable. So.
Yeah, this is where the electoral college matters more than a popular
Oh
vote.
God.
Oh boy. Oops, I'm knocking down. Hey.
Man, Dan, you go.
Sure, I'll go. Yeah, this one, I don't know how the weighing is in this thing, but it's certainly Valheim here. The rest of these things are all like kind of like, oh, it got a couple of awards at Cannes or some weird French festival, kind of thing like that. Whereas Valheim is like, the popcorn muncher summer action flick that literally everybody was gaga for. So it's Valheim.
Are people still playing? Do you know?
There are still people playing, but yeah, most of us who were really big on it originally, I'm waiting for it to actually come out before diving in
too.
again.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, I'll go Valheim.
Okay.
That's
Marcus goes Valheim.
Marcus goes first next.
just
Yeah,
for the-
everybody's they're stealing my answers.
just for the numbers behind it.
Hey,
Just,
mine's different and I kept it.
I
Mad
respect
respect,
that.
man. Yeah.
I have Sable. Like, not copying
I
everything.
wanted
I
to
didn't
go
say
Sable.
I'm
I think
targeting
Sable
Marcus
is
for
what
this
people
round.
think of when they think
Yeah.
of an indie game.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think some of these other ones. It's
I don't think people don't think Kena is an indie game either. I don't think, but whatever.
I know. I
yeah,
didn't
but I
for a
was
while, but-
going for the cute factor of it's pretty and people
Yeah,
vote
that's true.
for the pretty.
True. They do like the pretty.
Yeah,
The pretty.
I feel
the
dirty for
rot,
picking.
the cute rot. Like I was thinking cute factor would tip it over the edge. That's my logic in my vote.
For sure.
Yeah, that's fair, and it sold well,
Mhm.
apparently.
Hmm.
So
There you go. All right. Moving on to best community support.
Oh,
For this one, we have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. And
What
Marcus,
does
you're
community
going first,
support even
apparently.
mean?
see, this is the category I'm like most out of my depth because I don't play really any ongoing games.
Mhm.
I feel like
So
Apex is really good with their community, or am I wrong on that? Like, that's the impression I get, but I have a feeling like people are going to see Final Fantasy and want to give that love and vote for that.
Yeah.
So that
Endwalker.
is my vote.
okay. I almost want to say the same thing because Endwalker comes out like right before the Game Awards or during the Game Awards, like pretty close. And
No, go
recency
ahead, Marcus.
bias-
Get your vote in there. Come on, roll
I
it
always
out.
wanna-
Yoshi P, he communicates very well with the fans. So
Don't
Yeah,
tell me
I'll
what you want to do, Marcus. Just do it.
I'll say
Lock it
Final
in.
Fantasy, even though I always feel like I want to give this award to No Man's Sky because I'm always impressed with the amount of work they put in that game, all for free. So, but Final Fantasy.
Okay. It has been noted.
It's No Man's Sky.
Oh,
Oh.
definitively.
They put out, I think, 3 expansions this year. 4.
Wow.
And people love talking about No Man's Sky, including me. The story that game has people will always reference it. They've got a lot of goodwill. their fan base is ravenous, and yeah, I think it's No Man's Sky.
But is it Final Fantasy Ravenous?
Listen, I'm just saying, if you're voting for a game because of an upcoming expansion that hasn't actually dropped yet, and you haven't played,
it's allowed.
Anticipation is real, Van Aken.
I'm talking about things that have been done.
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying what's
You
going to
don't
happen.
know the power of the Final Fantasy name, damn it.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to put all you got to do is put Cloud on like screen, and everybody's going to go crazy. And he's not even in that game.
Yeah, I was like,
at least I don't think so. I don't know.
I'll go Fortnite. Keep putting popular IP
just
into
because the Zoomer vote.
I mean, yeah, like I think you can rally those votes pretty easily. I think when you put Naruto and Batman or whoever else they put in this year, I think I mean Timothy Chalamet is in that game at this point. I think Fortnite takes it. So.
Yeah. Ariana Grande, that was this year, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Feels like it was so long ago, but
yeah,
it was.
There you go. Tack, take us home.
Oh, the narrative that's come from No Man's Sky makes this a very clear winner. Everyone's going to be like, what a turnaround. It's very there have been a lot of, turnarounds in gaming, but for all the content they've put in and made good on that game after, a pretty dismal launch that I sizzled on really hard back in the day, and they are making good on it. And I think that's the success story that everybody wants here, and I think it's a good fit.
Okay. There you go.
They won this last year, didn't they?
I think so, because
does it matter?
Sean Murray was like
something.
drinking like Miller High Life and like like
I remember that moment. Like, oh, I won.
It'll be interesting to see here. So interesting. Best mobile game. We have Fantasian, Genshin Impact, League of Legends Wild Rift, Marvel Future Revolution, and Pokemon Unite. Not necessarily games I would have associated with mobile gaming. Some here. I don't know who wants to start with.
Oh, I'll just. You know what? Hey, well, let's just get in there. I mean, this one's a trick, right? It's gonna be Genshin. Just go with Genshin. Genshin is an unstoppable juggernaut, tour de force. You can quote me on that. Put it on the back of the mobile box.
Back of my iPhone has that on there.
Exactly.
I'm going with the critic pick. I saw a lot of praise for this game. Fantasian.
Not a chance that wins. Not a chance.
Alex just wants to get rid of the Pokemon card.
Yeah, that's an Apple Arcade exclusive, right?
Yeah. And for that reason alone, it basically invalidates its winning at all.
Marcus, what do you think?
I'll agree with Dan. I think it's Genshin.
Okay.
My gut when I heard this was like it's Genshin, so I will go with my gut.
All right. I'm gonna live dangerously and say Pokemon Unite. I feel like that game.
I mean, that's the other pick. So yeah, I think it's.
That would have been my.
I don't think any of us picked right, by the way. I think it's League of Legends Wild Rift.
You think so?
Yeah. But I'm sticking with Fantasian.
Okay.
I know. You want to die on this hill? We're gonna let you.
I think Pokemon Unite is much better than any of us thought it would be. I think it. I played it and really liked it. Alex, I know you really like it. I think
people think of it as a Switch game, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say without any evidence to back it up, I feel like it's more popular on Switch.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I feel like Genshin's the same thing, though, right? I feel like most people are playing that on PC or console.
Yeah, but it's
better for mobile.
It's great when you can be like, oh, I'll go play on mobile and then I'll play on PC. Whatever I want.
I had crossplay with PC too, which didn't have on consoles for a while.
Yeah, but I mean, so does Pokemon Unite. I think the Pocket Monsters bring this up. So,
look at Alex dropping knowledge. He had to do
right. Yeah,
big. Did you know that I refer to them as Pocket Monsters?
Using their government name.
IP. Yeah. Best independent game. This one is interesting as well. Death's Door, Kana, Bridge of Spirits, Inscription, Loop Hero, 12 minutes. I will take this first. Death's Door takes this. I think this is the game journalist indie pick. I feel like for most surprising indie, right? And the one that caught us off guard. I love it out of what I've played. of this list, and I think especially with it coming to the PlayStation platforms, and I think it was already on PC, right, Alex?
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was on PC and Xbox.
Yeah. I
I
think Death's
also go
Door
Death's
takes
Door
this.
as
Ooh,
well.
look at this. We got people getting in. I like it.
It's Death's Door because I think Inscription launched too late for people to play it before they voted.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Inscription's the only one on this list that I think gives Death's Door a run for its money, but it's Death's Door.
Tack, you gonna
Yeah,
nut
it
this whole
actually
thing
is
up?
Death's Door. It just has the most mass appeal out of any of those titles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you just be like, yeah, it's like Zelda. Okay, I'm in. The other ones are like, hey, it's a really weird meta card game kind of thing. Oh yeah, I'll play that one.
Okay,
And it's
yeah,
just
I'll
like
get there.
slide away, right? Like,
I don't know. One game has James McAvoy in it. That's
I
pretty
was-
massive.
I kind of want 12 minutes to win just to see the auditorium.
don't
just
you
melt
even
down.
don't even say that in a joke.
There's a chance
that
it wins
game is
because of the
such
artsy like star power pick. I'm like, oh, I love Willem Dafoe.
I want to put that game and Nick Brawl in a room and just have them fight it out for garbage fire of the year.
Also, can we say that?
Speaking
12
of
minutes-
fires, there'd be like an LA news report. The Game Awards have caught on fire after 12 minutes awarded.
Daisy Ridley comments.
Oh my gosh,
Daisy Ridley,
man.
friend of Jeff Keighley.
Cam,
Jeff
You're the
Keighley
one
has
who
this
said that.
Illuminati of like celebrities that
Yeah.
he's assembled. And can I just also shout out, because I don't think this game is nominated for anything else. 12 Minutes is sitting in the chair that belongs to Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
Sure.
Yep.
That
It's in
game
a
is-
lot of chairs.
that game is
I could
awesome.
find 5 random games on Steam and put them in that spot, and it would be fine. You know.
I was
I
saying-
yeah, I take responsibility for this one because I did not play Before Your Eyes before we did the voting here.
That too.
But it's a damn crime that's not on this list, and that's my fault because we didn't play that. You know, I didn't.
But at
play it
least it's
before.
nominated for another thing.
True.
Chicory has nothing from what I remember, and I
Yeah.
think that is a shame.
It is a bummer. Speaking of Before Your Eyes, let's do games for impact, which
Yes.
is Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon. Marcus, I may have to edit that out because Chicory is on this list.
Ooh.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Uh,
No, you can keep that in. I don't mind looking like an idiot.
okay.
Yeah, get in there.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
It's not where I'd put it.
No. Well, and Life is Strange True Colors is on this, and No Longer Home is on this, which I'm not familiar with the last one.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
one is.
I don't know that one either.
Yeah.
Life is
Right.
Strange True Colors for me.
This feels almost
Man.
unfair.
Yeah,
it
I was
does.
like,
It
sh-
does.
I
It
feel like
really
should
does.
be Before
Like,
Your Eyes, but Life is Strange is so much bigger.
Yeah. This feels like, because is Life is Strange nominated anywhere else other than the performance?
It's like putting a freaking
Best
tiger in a
narrative,
cage
right?
with a bunch of kittens.
Yeah.
Isn't it
like
up for
this-
best narrative?
If
Best-
Life is
best
Strange
narrative,
wasn't
yeah.
on here, I would have picked Chicory, but
Yeah. I think I'm with everyone. Life is Strange, I feel like, is too big. It has too big of a fan base to, which is a bummer because my heart is Before Your Eyes. That game is incredible and everyone should play that.
I need to play that.
Before Your Eyes is up for another one, right? Or is it just this one?
I'll look. Alex, do you want to vote? While I look.
I mean, I think it's Life is Strange, but I kind of want to shake it up.
Okay.
I'll do Life is Strange.
I'm gonna shake it up. I'll do Life is Strange.
That was strange.
I'll go first next time.
That was good. That was good. Dan, what do you think?
I mean, as much as I think it should be the end of these other games, like Life is Strange is going to be the popular vote. That's just how it is.
You know what?
category We're all aligned on.
Oh,
I'm
Marcus
gonna-
didn't change it up.
I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna go Before Your Eyes. I'm gonna shoot in the dark.
Cool.
Do it.
I want the free points, Marcus. Go ahead.
Shoot in the 3. It's gonna be a 3-pointer for me.
I feel like people didn't get to Before Your Eyes for the reasons I didn't, where I was like, oh, the webcam thing may be a gimmick. Like, I don't know. I don't want to cry. like,
I
that
don't
kind of
even think
thing.
it's fair to have Life is Strange in that shoe with those
yeah,
other
it's
with those
really
other games.
not.
It's just like
Yeah.
But
God.
Yeah.
Throwing a cat in a bird's nest.
I like, what'd you say earlier? Tiger in a chicken coop?
I said tiger with a bunch of kittens.
Okay.
isn't this the thing though? Award shows never feel fair, and there's
Huh?
always like some scheming behind. the scenes.
Kim is
going
all on. Put the tinfoil hat on right now. Kim's all
It's a
I
in.
know.
Kirby hat.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm not just like I'm joking around with the Keeley stuff because it's just like it's just award show. Like everybody likes to have their conspiracy theories and speak of what's what they think is going on behind the scenes or why something got snubbed.
The
or
shadowy
whatever.
cabal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this wouldn't be an award show if we weren't like, what the heck happened in this
Yeah.
category? Like,
Yeah.
why allow life is like I don't.
Yeah, I hate this
Oh,
category for
Johnson.
making me turn against Alex Chen.
By the way, Life is Strange: True Colors is a fantastic game and does deserve an award. I just
Yes.
it feels out of place with all these other games.
Yeah.
So that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. Innovation in accessibility is next up, and for this one we have Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and then The Veil: Shadow of the Crown. I am unfamiliar with the last one. But
That game's cool, and I feel like that's the most like I appreciate what the other ones did, but that game is literally designed for blind people because
Oh.
I'm taking Marcus's answer.
it's an action RPG that you can only listen to, and
Oh, cool.
like you all the prompts and the comment stuff is based on hearing. Like you don't see anything at all because your main character is blind.
Mhm.
And I haven't played. I believe it's on Game Pass on like PC or something. I think console too. But that's the one that sticks out the most when I think of like I guess accessibility. Even though those games listed all did super cool things for like the number of options they have for accessibility.
Mhm.
It's weird because like that game probably fits it the best, but it's also the least known game on
Yeah,
that
I had
list.
no idea
Mhm.
until you said that. So I was like, oh, because I was gonna go Ratchet. Was this like my gut pick? But
Yeah. Insomniac does a lot of good stuff with their accessibility options. But Marcus, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna go. It's not gonna be the Veil, unfortunately, but I'm gonna say Forza.
Okay.
I'm going the Veil.
Oh,
me too.
Alrighty.
oh,
I'm going Forza with you, Marcus. I feel like, and this not cynical, like, but I feel like once they put the sign language and the ASL interpreter in that game, I think that was a thing that made the rounds. I think Forza is the biggest game on this list. And I think they have a lot of, I mean, like this, the slowing down of the speed and stuff like that. They have a lot of really great options in that game. So I think it's gonna be Forza for its options and name recognition. So, Tack, how about you?
I gotta be honest. I don't think I'm qualified to judge this category. So, I guess I'm judging what other people will think, which is weird, especially with this category. I have no idea.
That's all we've
Yeah.
been doing the whole thing is judging.
I
what we
know.
think other
It's just really
people
weird for
think.
this one because, like, I don't know. I am not coming from a place of knowledge on this whatsoever. So I'll go with the Veil.
that's fair.
Okay.
It'd be cool with the Veil one. I hope it wins.
Yeah. And I guess too, like, if I'm coming off wrong on this one, let me know, listeners. But I feel like the multitude of options is usually what I'm like focused on, but I'm lucky enough where I don't have to use it. So that's a privilege. Best audio design. Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal. This category is hard, and I don't like it.
Resident Evil Village, because sound design is so important to horror.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Van Aken. That's what I'm going with.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ethan had a lot of really great lines in that game that were just perfect.
We're talking
mean,
about sound
you-
design, though.
That's a
you
sound.
lose your hand
That's
when you see how
true.
you react, dude.
Yeah. Ethan's weird one-liners are definitely a
I
sound.
loved them. I thought I was playing Duke Nukem. It was sweet. Like, just take out one of those big bosses. Yeah.
Gotta have that
you're
music
dead.
that builds up to that
I'm
intensity.
like, wait a minute. What am I even playing anymore?
I'm gonna go Returnal.
I'm leaning towards
Yeah,
this.
screw it. I'm going Returnal. I don't. My poor game is not poised for big wins, but I don't care. This is an ideological pick. Let's go with it.
Kim, what are you thinking?
Is that Resident Evil?
You said Resident Evil 2? Okay.
I can't let Ethan's one-liners be anywhere near this for my own sanity.
It's not what it's like music, tension.
I know-
like,
I'm
sound
aware.
effects. It
The
does not
Dollhouse.
just- Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that
Okay,
Dollhouse.
we all love the Dollhouse. I love the Dollhouse. It was great. It was the best horror moment of the year, no doubt.
Yeah.
The sound of Lady D's finger knives
Yep.
shinging.
That's what
and
I'm
stuff.
going with, like those little, the
Mm-hmm.
freaking Oh God, what were those beasts you faced? Their noises.
Werewolves?
The Lycan.
Like
Magical vampire dragons.
That game is cool, man. Resident
It
Evil's
is.
just
It
cool.
It is
was.
cool.
I
You know?
don't know why you got
It
to
is
fight
cool.
it.
Yeah,
It's also ridiculous in bad ways at times. Okay, you could accept it for both.
true. Yeah. I'm leaning towards Returnal for the same reasons Alex picked. Um, Village, horror and sound design go hand in hand, but I feel like Returnal also does that while also creating a different atmosphere. But I feel like sci-fi sound design is very important to sell
Hey,
that
spoiler
kind
alert.
of alien.
Yeah, Returnal's also a horror game.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah. I think Returnal takes it, especially because you get the PlayStation 3D audio in there too. I think that takes it. So, and I'll go first in this next one. Best score and music. So once again, Cyberpunk makes its way into this category. Deathloop, Near Replicant. Not going to read the numbers because you know it if you're a fan.
There's a lot of numbers.
Yeah. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and The Artful Escape. My heart wants Artful Escape, like through and through. That soundtrack is phenomenal. I listen to it on Spotify. I'm sure you've heard me say that.
Where the hell? Where's
before.
SMT on this list?
What should win
Cyberpunk took it.
is Near Replicant, and I'm going with it for my vote
Oh,
because
okay.
that sound. Oh my gosh, like
It is really good.
Yeah,
It's a really
you know
good
what's going to happen
soundtrack.
here? All the normie votes going right to that licensed music for Guardians of the Galaxy every
Yeah,
time.
that dude's cheating.
I'm doing it.
Near
I'm doing it.
fans
I don't
are
want to do
taking
it.
over. They're
Listen,
taking over.
Near's the right pick, but I'm going with Guardians of the Galaxy because come on, hit that mixtape and let's go.
I do play Cars a lot in
It
that
does
chip.
have a good soundtrack, yeah.
Like
But-
all cynicism aside, that soundtrack is really good.
I'm not dissing the
Yeah.
soundtrack. I'm saying like these again, you're putting unlike objects with like, hey, how about a dozen licensed songs versus
Yes.
some music we made?
Score and music and soundtrack are two different things in my opinion. But
Yeah, they are.
Kaveh
But guess what?
deserves
Nobody's
it
gonna
for Nier.
Doesn't
make
matter.
that distinction here.
yeah, because you're a nerd, Stadnick, and you care about those things. Van Aken, what about? I'm also Guardians of the Galaxy. I was gonna say it first, but everyone kind of jumped in there. So
Y'all are all wrong. It's Deathloop.
oh,
When that combat music kicks in, the 1960s rock and roll, you got a whole character in that game that is a musician, and his music tracks play through the speakers, the diegetic audio. I think
man.
it's Deathloop.
All right. Well, when they bring it up there and talk about the diegetic audio, I will. I'll text you.
You're gonna play that original '60s song, whatever it was, the Deathloop song.
It's Deathloop.
That's the one.
All right. Hey,
Did
I
I?
like it. I like that we have differing opinions at least.
yeah, it'll make watching it more fun.
I'm
Marcus,
winning this thing. I'm winning this whole thing.
Diegetic audio wins the day, my friend. I tell you.
Yeah. Kim, did you pick Nier or Guardians?
Near.
Okay, I haven't picked yet.
No.
It's between those two.
Oh come on, Marcus, get in
Yeah,
there.
those, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Guardians. It shouldn't win this, but it will. I mean, and it's sad 'cause I think this is the only thing it could win because it's not really nominated for much else, and that's another game that feels like it deserves a little bit more love. But
Yeah, this could be a good spot. I mean, yeah, it's for it to win its one award. I did
Yeah.
forget that this is also the Game Awards that left Marvel's Spider-Man just with nothing. What 3 years ago?
yeah,
it's it's a
right.
voting event.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on here to best art direction. We have Deathloop, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and The Artful Escape. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to give you the good news that Psychonauts 2 will be winning this award. That Jeff and I have talked. We don't care what the votes are going to say. It's going to be Psychonauts 2.
Oh, you're part of his inner circle with Giancarlo.
Yes, I
right?
am. I am part of the
Oh.
cabal. Yeah, Giancarlo and I hanging out all the time. It's great. He's just off camera if you want to talk to him. But I mean, all kidding aside, I think Psychonauts is that first game is so beloved for its visual style, and I think this game just takes that and blows it up even more so. And I think the variance of unique worlds in that is incredible. A lot of people in the journo space, like that was their game of the year for a little bit. I think Psychonauts. I also think this is one of the only spots Psychonauts has a chance to win, and I think Double Fine will be rewarded for their efforts here. So I'm saying Psychonauts 2.
This is a murderer's row here.
Mhm.
man. Alex wrote that acceptance speech before.
I like. What am I? I'm supposed to. I have this insider knowledge. I'm in the cabal. Like, I don't know what you want me to do here. You know.
It's either Psychonauts or Artful Escape, and I'm trying to decide which one.
Artful Escape is incredible. Like, it has it. It feels like at almost any point you could take a screenshot of that game and make it like hanging it on the wall. Like, that game is so good.
I am gonna go with Psychonauts because of the worlds that you go through. I think like the casino, the dentist level,
Yep.
all of those are very like visually unique and takes a lot of direction to make something like that come together. I feel like
Yeah,
a lot of good direction.
that's a good point. I'll go with that too, because like having to personify mental illnesses and try to like
Yeah.
interpret that as a world in a way that is like not insulting, but still kind of maintains that person's personality is not easy, I would imagine. So yeah, that's a really good point. I'll give it the Psychonauts for that.
I'm Psychonauts as well.
Okay. Dan Tag.
I am going Psychonauts because it's a more recognizable name.
More than Ratchet, though?
What a
Ratchet's
buzzkill.
I guess people are
Oh
gonna.
no, I wasn't putting
talking about the
Ratchet.
portals.
I wasn't putting Ratchet in the same. It's between that and Artful, right? So.
Oh, I see.
But I don't think anybody knows what Artful is. So that's I'm going with Psychonauts.
Okay.
Yeah, too bad. It's got art in the title too and everything.
I know, right?
Yeah, that would have been nice. Alrighty, next category: best ongoing game. Thought that this was a category we voted on before. It wasn't. Vote stays. The nominees are Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, Final Fantasy 14, excuse me, Genshin Impact, and Fortnite.
Wow.
What a category.
Wow.
I'm going with the big guns, Fortnite.
Okay. K-Star.
It's one of those categories where I want to remember what won last year. Like, was it
If only there was a
Or
service you
another
could look
year
that
in
up.
a row. I'm
You're
just
not
saying.
we're on this year. We can't see last year or the
Fortnite
year
had
ahead.
some shows, right? Some music, some whatever. Like
As
Got
it
that-
tends to do, yeah.
that Grande push?
It's
but my nephew says it's not cool anymore. So from the 9-year-old,
Oh.
he's done with Fortnite. He says he's done with it.
Ooh, well,
What
this
is
is
beyond
really
now?
good.
This is
These are
breaking
great
news.
metrics to use to make a
Yeah.
decision.
What's
Coming
he?
to an end, everyone.
What are they
What is he
voting for?
playing? Yeah.
What are
Nothing?
I'm listening to the categories, and I don't think they play any of the other games on here.
Okay, interesting. It's a whole new world. If the kids aren't playing Fortnite, we just don't know what they're playing. Probably Minecraft, right?
No,
always playing
Minecraft's
Minecraft.
not. It's not
Roblox.
cool anymore.
Come on, Alex.
Okay,
Where have you
I'm
been?
not. Forgive
I
me,
go
but
home
what
for the
part of me looks like a
holidays.
9-year-old?
I go home for the holidays and I learn from my nephews about what the popular trends are and what they're.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then let's elucidate us with that dazzling knowledge. What's the pick?
She already
I
said
told
it.
you they
It was
don't play
Fortnite.
any of these games.
Okay.
So Fortnite's the only one they would know, and they would pick Fortnite just cause.
Mm,
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Fortnite.
Okay. It's been done.
For the
DT.
children.
Do it for the
You
kids.
know, I think that the Academy is going to pick Final Fantasy for this because of Endwalker coming out, and it really never going to get any credit for it because it's a December release, basically a void for the TGAs, right? It'll be in next year's queue or whatever. Nobody cares.
You can award them for
So
what's
I
coming.
think Final Fantasy 14 is going to get it, especially with all the other stuff this year. The huge there are lots of stories around Final Fantasy 14 this year, and it has the biggest expansion ever coming up. I'm going to vote for it here.
Yeah, I'm going to double down on Final Fantasy for the same reason I gave it to the other similar category. Like,
Stadnik is the tiebreaker, which
And we're going with the Fortnite because I thought I was voting for this category earlier, so I'm going to double down on it and go from there. But I mean,
the fork knife. All right, cool.
Yeah, for the fart knife is I'm voting for that for all the same reason I listed earlier.
community support was the category earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ongoing.
Now
But
I'm
remember, the
looking-
category doesn't matter. You just look at the games you like and you pick one. The category is irrelevant.
Yeah. And now I'm wishing I voted for Apex, thinking about community support, but it doesn't matter anymore. So
That was my
moving-
original thing, and you guys were just like, eh. So I went with the.
You gotta vote like a warrior, Kim. You gotta vote like a warrior.
We need Jay in here to educate us about
Yeah.
Apex.
Well, that's what I said. I just
Yeah.
thought I was like, maybe I'm just like as you get older, folks. Let me tell you, you think you know things, and you're like, it's that answer, and then they're like, no, that's a different game or whatever, and then
No,
yeah,
that doesn't
it's the-
happen.
Oh no.
Well,
You're
that's what I
saying-
thought. I was like, am I misremembering which game it was that I thought? Like, I thought Apex had a really good like community support going, but I was like,
Oh well.
Yeah, you kids.
Now we know. Now
mess
we know
them
for next
all up.
year.
All these names are the same, and who
Yeah.
knows? And all these games play the same. And
Yeah, why isn't Roblox on this list? I would pick that.
Good question. Because the games journos are out of touch, man. They don't
Yeah.
know what they're talking
Lena.
about.
I mean, it's not just that's not the voting block though, right? The games journos are just one segment of the.
Yeah.
Also,
I
Roblox
gotta go look
isn't
up this
Roblox
list.
an engine now, and not necessarily a entity. That like the community just makes what they want to make
I mean, it's still like
with individual creators.
It's like dreams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I want to make some cheese curds right now. So let's get a vote going.
All
and
right.
we'll start voting for cheese curds. All right,
Okay,
all right, let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do
I'm
it.
just saying, you guys got to talk to the children to know it's cool these days. It's
All right,
fine.
let's see who wins this one.
Yeah. I feel like every time I do that, it accelerates my aging by like 3 years.
All I know, Wu-Tang is definitely for the children. Best multiplayer.
Okay.
Back for
Uh-oh.
Blood. Knockout City. It Takes Two. Monster Hunter Rise. New World. And Valheim.
I'm
It's-
going back for blood on this baby. Just
Playing with
coming
the
out
heart.
there and saying it.
This is different angles to this.
Yeah, I mean, it came back. People wanted Left 4 Dead back, and you know, we got the spiritual successor that was pretty good, and it's a fun multiplayer time. Like if you're going by the category,
Yeah.
It's like you
a
got
lot of fun.
massive multiplayer games, and you got something that It Takes Two that's a lot more intimate. It's
yeah, that
probably the-
doesn't seem like a
Yeah.
fit for this. Again, wrong category to put that game in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
I guess they're going like technically it's multiplayer because it involves
Yeah,
a second
exactly.
person, and it's like it probably is the best pure multiplayer game because you literally cannot play it without another person.
Yeah.
that's true.
Mhm.
I'm kind of leaning Valheim here for the popularity thing. What was the other one? New World's a
New
big
World,
one too.
though. But see, that's fizzled out too, I feel like, at this
Yeah.
Has
point.
it? Really?
Yeah.
Dan?
New World is
your
still relevant, but I'm
Okay.
just wondering about it, whether its relevancy within
In
the
this
voting block here
voting
and the
block,
people who will be voting in the poll, because the people who are playing New World, they're not going to come and vote in this.
How many 9-year-olds are
Yeah.
playing New World right now?
Yeah. Kim
No,
Q.
I don't
tells
know
us
that
It's
demographic.
not cool. It's not in with the cool stuff.
It's old world now.
This category is frustrating because the right answer is not on this, and it's Halo Infinite's
I
multiplayer.
mean, that's always the case. Anyway,
that's
Yeah.
so we're
like,
gonna plant a flag and let's make some choices here, folks.
I did.
were
I
the other
made my
ones?
choice right off the bat.
Kim said Back for Blood. The other
I'm going
options-
Valheim.
Okay, man's going Valheim. Throwing it out there. Any reasoning behind that?
It was
Gut,
really
your heart.
fun multiplayer.
Yeah.
I've
I mean, if you had a
disqualified it.
dedicated server, you could, have that cool persistent world where you and your friends are playing at different times but still contributing
Yeah.
to the base. It was really fun. That's my
Well,
answer.
it's disqualified in the Kim Wallace world because it's still in early access, and I don't care if it's on this list. I'm not voting for it because it is not out yet. It shouldn't be on this list.
There we
Rah,
go.
rah, 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 grumpy,
We're
grumpy,
getting
grumpy.
political here, you know?
I mean, I was like, yeah, I could try to win all the glory, but you know what? I'm going to make a statement and say and ignore it and pretend it's not because it's not out.
Nah, I'm winning.
out yet.
Yeah, you're like the award winner that in their acceptance speech like promotes their cause and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got to get it out there.
You are Brando when he won for Godfather here.
Eh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go New World.
Okay.
are you an assassin? Never
I've
mind.
never played a minute of that game, but I don't know.
Oh, well, it wasn't nothing to do with.
I
Anyway,
got
let's go.
where you were going with.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Deep cuts.
Yeah. Is Apocalypse Now that deep of a cut?
Up, it is today. The Zoomers
Oh,
don't
is
know
that-
it. They
see,
don't
I
see it in
haven't-
Fortnite.
I haven't seen Apocalypse Now in a very long time, so I forgot that was from.
There was
Well,
a
does
Brando.
this mean
You know what? Just
Valheim,
forget
when
it.
it
Let's
comes
move on.
out, can't be on the awards then? Like, I'm so confused with.
That's a good
You saying
question.
Valheim, can it be next year?
Yeah, like so it
Yeah.
wouldn't be eligible next year then if it comes out in full release. Like, I just don't understand the thought.
We're not
process.
making the
I
rules.
mean,
We're just voting on
for-
games we like. Boom.
Yeah, plus Fortnite was nominated every year and that didn't release technically till like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, for sure.
So, I think so.
Yeah.
Games are complicated, folks.
So-
Very complicated these days.
Yeah. So we have Kim on Back for Blood, Dan on New World, right?
I didn't say New World.
Oh, okay. What did
You
you
said
say? What
Valheim.
do you
I'm
got?
going with Valheim.
Oh, you're going Valheim. Okay. That's why I wanted to check. Marcus, what are you saying?
I said New World.
Oh, okay. Marcus said New World. Okay. I'm gonna be bold.
Are you?
I'll do it.
I'm gonna say It Takes Two. It Takes Two wins this.
Yeah, good
One of
luck.
the
It would
best
be
co-op
funny if it
experiences.
did.
It might. It actually might. I don't think it's as out off base as you think.
Do
I
you
think-
think it wins because it doesn't have a shot at Goaty? Like,
I mean,
this is where it gets it.
I think
It's
yeah.
new.
I think this is where it gets the makeup category here. I think.
Is
this
there no
where it gets it.
cooperative category?
Nope. Looking through it now because we're getting into the big stuff here
All right.
after.
I'm
this
ready
game.
for it. I'm
Yeah.
ready for it.
So
I'm
I
rolling
think-
up my already short sleeves.
Are you an assassin?
Okay, so this is when the Oscars gets to Best Actor, Best Actress, Director,
Yeah.
Motion Picture, right? This is now we are in Best Performance, Best Narrative, Best Game Direction, and the ever loved, ever coveted Game of the Year. So we're gonna start with Best Performance, and I'm gonna kick this off. This is a lock. Erica Mori is unequivocally the winner of this. If we burn things to the ground, if she's not, that is the voice actor for Alex Chen in Life is Strange. You know, no shade to like.
Who else is in it?
We'd like to hear the picks,
Oh yeah,
sir.
sorry, I got
Yeah.
excited.
You got so excited.
I got excited. So Erica Mori playing Alex Chen in Life is Strange. We have Giancarlo Esposito for Anton Castillo, Far Cry 6. Jason Kelly for Colt Vaughn in Deathloop, who was fantastic as well.
Mhm.
Maggie Robertson for Lady D herself.
Mhm.
Alicia or Alina?
Alcina.
Alcina, excuse me.
How many lines did she have in that game?
Like
I-
6 or
I'm
7.
just wondering.
But those lines really hit hard.
Yeah.
So.
You filthy man thing.
I did like that one.
Yeah. And then I apologize if I mispronounce this, but Azioma Akaga for Juliana Blake from Deathloop. So like great category all around, right? Some really great performances. But there is a level of nuance, of relatability, of groundedness, which isn't a word, but being grounded for Erica Mori's performance that I feel like it is truly one of the best ones we've had in a long time.
She
And that's after like,
Yeah.
She nails the
And we're talking- yeah.
sarcasm. She nails the emotional scenes. Like, she doesn't overact them. She also did this during COVID and did the body capture as well. So like her eyes and all the mannerisms were her. So I am going with that, hands down.
See, here's the thing. I agree with you too. She's personally my pick. But if we're thinking about what people are going to vote for, I feel like it's going to come down to either Giancarlo, because it's Giancarlo
Because he knows
Esposito.
Keely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's him
Kim!
and Keely.
Kim's
Yeah, they're golfing together right now. Or Maggie Robinson, because that Lady D love, it's real. People love Lady Dimitrescu. And she was legitimately great in that role. I wish there was more of her, but the time that we had her, she was very.
There was 9 feet of her. How much more can you want, Marcus?
They could have added another foot or two.
They
or maybe
did.
another hour of screen time.
Spoiler alert.
with her
They
not-
did.
She should get her own game, man.
Yeah, I want to play as her and have to like duck down through doorways and stuff.
Right.
Oh man, so this is hard because I feel like the critics' pick is going to be Life is Strange. I think. But if
All right, well then pick it and be done.
But the
Oh,
sickos.
I'm not committed though, because man, you pick yours, Dan.
Sure, it's Esposito. All right.
Oh.
You ain't gonna take this, listen. Whatever, you could put him in anything and it'll be like, oh yeah, he got it. And that's just how it is. He's in that rarefied space right now. as an artist, as an actor, and a voice actor. So yeah, just do it.
Do it.
Done.
I'm gonna go
He's
Maggie
gonna
Robinson.
come on stage and get it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, in the suit.
going-
He's gonna wear the Far Cry suit.
I'm going with the emotional pick. Jason Kelly, Colt, my man. Humorous, heartfelt, just has a great voice.
Mm-hmm.
That grit. Him and the bounce back between him and Juliana was so good. I feel like people are forgetting how good it was. So I'm gonna pick Jason Kelly.
Okay. Cool. That's a good.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting one because we're pretty divided on that. So there could be some winning or losing done in that round.
Yeah, you got me down for Lady G, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Kim and I have the correct answer. Dan has the cynical one.
Yeah, I agree with you two. On my list for sure.
Yeah.
It's Erica Mori. But
You play to win the game, but I think this is one where my heart and
You play to win the game.
my
That's how it
heart
works.
and the votes will align on that one. So
Y'all ever played games?
you play them to win. Y'all ever played games? Okay. Let's get sassy here. Best narrative.
Oh.
Deathloop. It Takes Two. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Wow, Marcus is just. You wait for the cat. to come on,
Deathloop, It
Marcus.
Takes Two, right?
It Takes
Yeah,
Two.
that's what we got.
Yep. Life is Strange. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2.
Life is Strange.
Throwing it out there right away.
Guardians is a dark horse, honestly.
That'll be the critics' pick. I think
it could sneak up and take it.
Ooh, is that your pick?
I'm going Life is Strange.
Oh, okay. We got 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Life is Strange, just a safer bet.
I mean, I'm just gonna go Life is Strange too, because let's face it, that's a narrative.
It is great.
That's a narrative-based game. The other games don't have that going for them, right? So
Guardians. That's the best part of the game.
Yeah,
honestly,
I
is the
remember that
story.
time when we fought the giant squirrel in a basketball game.
There's
Yeah,
more
man. All right,
things.
yeah, I'm done.
That story
I'm
is
done.
good.
My vote's in.
I'm gonna disagree with y'all. I'm gonna say Psychonauts 2. I think, especially from a journalist side, I think a lot of people were impressed with how that game handled mental health and combine that with the whimsy and the fun of it. And I don't know if it's between Life is Strange and Psychonauts for me for probably my favorite stories of the year, but I'm gonna go Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
Crowning moment for Tim Schafer, right? That plays well. Like
Good
I feel
pick.
like I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the people that other outlets perhaps that got Deathloop on the list, did they see the ending of that game or
No, nobody has seen it. Nobody's actually completed the game.
I'm just curious.
I like the ending. I didn't hate it like all y'all did.
I don't hate it. I don't think it. I think it.
The
starts
game's not about
stronger.
the ending.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh, I was just like,
Yeah,
huh,
Marcus
that's
was
it?
really upset. He texted me. He was like, I can't sleep tonight.
That game is not about the ending at all.
I did have
said-
Dan sing
He
me
said,
to sleep
"Oi,
that
mate,"
night.
with the Ebola cap
Yeah,
on.
he's like,
Yeah.
oi, let's
Ranger.
get down there for some footy.
That game is about gameplay.
So why is it nominated for best narrative?
I don't know.
Yeah, why'd you do that, Alex?
Why isn't the Forgotten City or something in there?
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
forgotten.
Yeah.
But dude-
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Hello, baby. Hello, money. All right. The big 2 here now. We have game direction and game of the year, but we'll do game direction now. Do we want to weigh these? I think we did that in the past, right? Where you gave like 2 points or something, or are we too far into it to make a change?
Wait, what? We're not giving.
You
What
can
is
make
this
a
now?
change
We're,
at
now
this
we're
point.
changing the rules to. Come on, get out of here.
I should have been more clear in the beginning. Where the points stay the same for these. I think last year we weighed them differently.
Yeah,
But,
we did.
best game direction: Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank.
I missed all of that because my headphones got caught in the bottom of my chair and ripped out. What
Are
are
you
we
an
talking
assassin?
about?
Just watch the archives; you'll figure it out. Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank for best game direction.
Oh, best game direction.
Mm-hmm.
Deathloop.
I think this is Deathloop's moment. I think this is
You
where
think it is, huh?
where you give a nod to Arcane and that team over there, and
Oh, you give a nod to Arcane. They've never got a nod before.
I can't. I don't have the facts to dispute you, but I feel like I can and I should. But yes, I think it's Deathloop here. Dan,
I mean, I don't. It's if this isn't Returnal, then I don't know what is. This is the completely transforming the bullet hell arcade shooter into an amazing atmospheric event and experience. I can't pick anything but that. It's not gonna. We can't give it Game of the Year like it deserves. So maybe people will do the right thing and vote for that here. So I'm going with it.
That's
I think
actually
this
a
is
good call out.
Returnal's moment because it wasn't in the Game of the Year contention. So that's my vote.
Returnal also had that save feature. That's a big part of the game direction that people weren't cool with. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go. It Takes Two here, and I have a reason for
Mm.
this that'll come up in the next category.
Okay.
He's friends
Whoa!
with Jeff
Here-
Keighley.
We're now.
Peop-
Are you? Wow. This is
people
great.
If people think like me, you will vote for this to win for no other reason than to have Joseph Ferris give an acceptance speech.
That's why we
True.
should be voting. Ah,
True.
Told you, it's the
Yeah.
friend connection again.
If you thought he was wild on just a pre-show with nothing on the line, him winning a huge award for his game.
Bro, he would take out a laundry list of people he would say F off to. Like it would be incredible. Kind of want that to happen now. I like it. Okay, that's another one where okay, so Dan and Kim on Returnal, Marcus on It Takes Two, Alex and I on game direction. All right. I have no clue on this. I genuinely I don't know how to read this next one, but Game of the Year, Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village. I don't know what to make of this list. I don't know.
You don't have to make anything of it. You just have to
I
vote.
can't read where people are going to vote on this. I really
And
do.
this is where I think Deathloop wins.
Yeah, I think this is Deathloop pretty easily.
Wow. Okay. Why easily?
It just, for a long time, it just felt like that's where critically the wind is blowing for Game of the Year is that
Mm.
game. And not that it's not deserving of it. I think that game's great. But when I look at everything else on the list, I don't know. Like the only one to me that could beat it is It Takes Two, honestly, which sounds weird, but I think there's a lot of like love for that game that, excuse me, it's starting to bubble back
you
up
crying?
now. No, Yes,
He's taking a bow.
it's something in my throat. Excuse me.
Acceptance speech.
Getting very emotional just thinking
Yeah,
about
I was
this.
like, wow.
No. I just feel like there's people are remembering how good that game really is, especially because it came to Game Pass like a couple weeks ago. So people are discovering it now for the first time. Like, oh, that game that everyone was going crazy about in like March or April, whenever it was. Like, it is really good. Psychonauts and Metroid, I feel like they'll get their due in other categories, but I think I feel like this is kind of Deathloop with a bullet almost.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Alex, as a big Deathloop fan yourself, do you agree?
Which category are we still on?
Game of the Year.
Game of the Year.
Oh, sorry, my cat
Biggest
was trying to get out of the
category there
room.
is.
Kayla was coming into my room. I was texting her that I was
The whole
recording the
thing.
podcast. Yeah, it's Deathloop.
Get your
Okay.
life together.
So you think both game direction and game of the year for Deathloop?
Yeah, hasn't that been a trend at the Game Awards?
No.
Is
It's actually
No?
been the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah,
It's
everything
always been the
wins.
weird
Big
thing where people,
sweeps.
yeah,
Last
people
year
always
it
go,
was,
why? It was last year? Okay. I feel like
I'm
most
pretty
years
sure
it's
Last
not.
of Us won.
how
both
about Red Dead
directions.
Oh,
Redemption?
yeah. Well,
Didn't that sweep?
Last of Us won everything last year. So-
Yeah.
Didn't Red Dead sweep too?
no. I don't- Did
I
it?
don't remember.
Did it even win GOTY that year? 2018? Wasn't it God of War?
That was God of War that won that year
Oh,
over Red Dead. But okay, so you're going Deathloop.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dan Tack.
That's my name. I'm going Metroid Dread, the Ninty Bump.
Wow.
No
Wow.
way.
That'd be
Okay.
cool.
No way.
I'd be okay with that, but I think I think
It's
you're off
Metroid.
your rocker.
It's
Yeah.
Metroid.
Why
The
does everybody hate
series-
on Deathloop all of a
You
sudden?
put
Come on now.
Samus in a room with Ronald McDonald, and some they will be able to pick it out. Okay.
Between Ronald McDonald and Samus, I would hope so.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Brand recognition.
Yeah, I get it.
You put the Easter Bunny, Samus, and Ronald McDonald in a room, and you throw like 10 assorted Zoomers in there. They'll know who Samus is.
Okay, all right.
I'm glad.
I like it. This divvies up the picks here. Okay, it's been written. Kim, how about you?
Oh, did I not say my vote?
I don't think you did. You say
I
Deathloop as well?
I said left. Yeah, it was a lock.
Okay. A lock. Wow. You guys have
Yeah.
more confidence than I do.
We got that on
locks
lock.
now.
Deathloop's got that on lock.
Boom boom.
I just
Forever.
don't have faith in the community to vote this through. That's my hesitation with it. I think.
But their
I
votes matter less. Remember that.
But like how much less?
A lot
Do we know
less.
that? How much
Even-
less?
But even if it's like an overwhelming majority vote for the community, like if
I
all the
think
journos
it's
go
weighed.
Deathloop and like the entirety of the community goes another way, like how do you balance that?
Bethesda.
I don't know
will
why
get
I'm
the
asking, we
show.
don't
I don't think
know.
Nintendo
Yeah,
will. So
Yeah.
I thought it was like 90-10.
you want somebody to take an acceptance speech.
I've
on
been
stage.
voting like it's 90-10. So I hope it pays off.
That's like a
I mean,
huge.
it probably
like,
is.
rift
It probably
there.
is though. I don't know the differential, but it is big, right? So
Yeah. Adam, I thought you, or Alex, I thought you and Jeff were
Adam?
tight. I don't want you, Adam.
What's your
My
name?
partner Eve.
Everybody's been saying like I've been lying about my first name being David, you know.
My name's
What you don't know is
actually
my last name is really Keeley.
Adam.
Oh
Oh,
no, I'm in
dramatic
trouble
zoom.
now.
That was great.
Oh, you are incredible. You know that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's 90-20. It's 90-10.
Wait,
am
is
I
it really?
right?
Yeah.
is that
winners
stated
are-
on the? Is that stated on the page?
This is on the official
Ah,
FAQ.
crap.
Should we
winning
just
this
redo
thing,
this whole
baby.
Look,
podcast?
this
Yeah.
changes everything.
Yeah. Winners are determined by a blended vote between the voting jury, 90%, and public fan voting, 10%. Fans can vote.
Well,
for their
yeah,
favorite
I'm
games.
screwed the whole way through here.
Yeah,
this year,
I'm
then.
winning this
Take
baby.
I'm glad I-
JGW.
I'm glad I picked some pretty critical darlings for some of those.
I picked a lot of fan favorites rather than critical darlings. So you
That's
know
what
what? I don't
they-
care. We'll stand
This is
by.
what
it.
happens when you don't do research before the start of the podcast.
Yeah.
Viewers,
I
I'm
didn't-
so
I
sorry.
researched. I
you
just-
know,
I just read
Yeah, see what being the people's champ
a
gets you?
sentence.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay. I'm sure it's going to be a close race.
GG's,
That's
y'all.
all.
yeah, it's GG's.
You know what?
I did throw it away on a couple of them because I was following my emotional pick.
Well, Static, did you pick? You're good.
No, because now it's changing everything. You know what?
Uh-oh.
You'll say he got to see the
No,
official
he
like
doesn't.
thing
I'm
before
sticking.
we
No, hold
did.
on. I am sticking to
Hold
my
on.
ignorance. I'm sticking to what my gut was telling me.
You can't forget.
I'm
what you
sticking, no,
saw.
I'm not. This is 100. I'm voting Resident Evil. I'm voting Resident Evil
Really?
Village.
Okay.
I think that community is huge.
I would love
think
to see that game win.
I think we have seen that when there is not a true like Last of Us out there, some weird stuff happens. Like, you know, no shade to Sekiro winning, but like Sekiro winning, I think threw everyone off.
No, I don't think it did.
Really? That
No,
year
it
you thought
super did.
Sekiro?
It super did.
No.
I was gonna maybe
What
like
was it up against?
what was that 2019?
People have this weird perception
Yeah.
where it's like, oh man, you know, the critics don't like the Souls games, but we do. No, that's completely false. Those games are all like 90 plus MC.
Well, no, it's not that people didn't like them. It's just that those games aren't traditionally like the mainstream broad appeal thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was up against some pretty stiff competition that fit that better. So I remember being floored that Sekiro
Yeah.
won. But it was cool.
I was with it. No, I need to. Okay, it went. Okay, yeah, I'm maintaining that was a nuts win for me because Sekiro won over Control, Death
Mhm.
Stranding, Outer Worlds, Resident Evil 2, and Smash Bros. Smash
Yeah.
Bros was a year late.
No
so I'll
lies
give it
detected.
that. I mean,
Yeah, I was convinced Control was going to win it that year.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not debating the validity of the win. I'm just saying, like,
It sounds like you are.
I'm no. I'm saying I was surprised by it. Control, I thought was like the critic darling. I thought that was going to run away with it. So,
No, remember it's buggy as hell.
Control
some-
was
on like older consoles for sure. Or
Mm.
even
On
consoles.
everywhere, I thought.
Console in general, really.
All right, whatever. We
Regardless,
accept, you know,
I'm voting Village. I think that commanded the beginning of the year like crazy. It goes against my thing of recency bias. I'll give you that, but I think there's going to be a strong surge for that, and I think there are some sickos out there like Blake Hester who are pushing that vote through.
I'm pushing it.
I'd be
He's
happy with it winning, honestly.
Yeah, I
That was
wouldn't
my
mind.
game of the year for the first half of the year.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind any of these winning. This is one of those rare years. I was like, you know what? I'm down with any of these picks.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about this year because I think that's the hard part about this year is like there are so many great games where it's like I think all of these have a case. You know,
Yeah, there's no like runaway standout
Yeah.
like last year with Last of Us because it was
Yeah.
pretty much the only thing that could possibly topple it was Hades, and that wasn't even nominated.
and I
there's
think
Well,
definitely
and
a
we
runaway.
always-
There is a runaway standout. It's just not in the voting block.
But yeah, this year doesn't have like I'll be interested to see what other outlets pick as their game of the year. I think people will be interested to see what we pick, obviously, and even what wins at this award show because it's not such a clear-cut year and anything can happen, really. I mean, there's a bunch of great games and yeah, it's interesting. My pancake, will you hush? I'm trying to talk here.
Yo, Pancake, what up?
Pancake wants us to know that they agree with me that Resident Evil is going to be game of the year.
Yeah.
Pancake's trying to tell us about Returnal.
Yeah, he's
Pancake
on
knows.
Dan has been preaching to him about it.
Yeah, maybe Death Stranding director's cut wins because that Kojima bump.
Listen, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. You know, the votes are what they are, but the fact that
He's
Returnal is not in this
opening my
is
closet behind
see,
us.
Pancake
by the
knows.
way.
The fact that
Like,
Returnal's
this
not in here is
cat, my gosh.
abhorrent.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I agree with that. That I did a double take when I was like, I'm
was
skipping over
very
Returnal.
Yeah, I was very surprised about that. Who'd you bump out for Returnal? Or do you not want to go there?
Any of them?
Give us a name.
Yeah.
Let's get messy with it.
What were the
on
crappy
blast.
games again? There's a bunch
Honestly
of them.
surprised Ratchet is in there because although Ratchet
Yeah.
is a very good game, I wasn't really doing anything new. You know, I mean, it looked fantastic. It was a good tech showcase for the PS5, but I feel like of all of them, that might be the weakest.
Oh yeah,
on that
that's
list.
that's the one that was like the one of these things is not like the other. And I say this as a colossal Ratchet and Clank
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, like it's a great
but-
game. I really
yeah.
like it, but
So there you go. Congrats to Alex Van Aken who had the insider knowledge the whole time. We don't know, you know. That's going to be the fun of watching is
Yep.
you know, figuring out which one of us is right and which one is wrong.
I'll be
So-
at my brother's rehearsal dinner for his wedding with my phone on, just
Screaming.
hoping. Yeah, I did it.
Priest just gives you the death stare. So
Yeah.
cool. Well, that was fun. I appreciate y'all giving your picks, your hot takes here, and you know, we're gonna see where that goes. As we alluded to earlier, though, part of the fun of the Game Awards is getting to see all the commercials, like Dan said. It's the Super Bowl, baby, and we, I think, have collected a couple of predictions that we're gonna see for announcements. We know that there's gonna be some new stuff. I thought we agreed to this.
We
Did
have?
not?
We did. We got stuff.
Okay, we got
Okay.
stuff. Dan, we can wait for you on.
Yeah,
on
I
that
had-
one. Yeah.
I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm shocked. Go ahead.
So we're gonna give a couple predictions. I mean, I don't know. There's no number, so if you have a ton or a little, that doesn't matter. But we're gonna predict what surprise announcements are gonna be there this year. So Marcus, you seem pretty confident. If you would like to start.
Oh, I'm a good actor then. Let's see. I think last year I said that Avowed would show up, the Obsidian Elder Scrollsy thing. I'm gonna apply that to this year. That game resurfaces in some way, like a new trailer or something. You know.
But you don't want to say what, whether it's gameplay, whether it's one or the other type of thing.
No, it'll just be a trailer, which honestly, that would be remarkable in and of itself because that thing has been radio silent for quite a while.
Okay, that's pretty good. Mr. Van Aken plotting over there like Dr. Evil. What do you got?
There will be a new Splinter Cell game announcement at the Game
Shut your
Awards.
face.
What's
Just,
your
instead,
heart?
just like a we're working on this,
Okay,
but it
like
would be
a-
announced.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like
Whether
that.
it's a cinematic trailer or just a logo,
Mhm.
they're gonna announce it.
Are you personally attached to that, or is it just an objective pick? Because I feel
No,
bad
I'm
for you.
personally attached to it.
He's creative director on the project.
Oh,
Yeah.
My dad is actually Sam Fisher.
Michael Ironside.
Bold claims.
Yeah.
Bold claims.
There you go. Okay. I'm here for it. Let's get it going. I think
Oh,
there's
yeah.
rumors about it. Like,
And it doesn't count if it's
there's some big ones. I can't wait.
it's not Sam Fisher in another random Ubisoft game. That doesn't count.
Wait till I'm up. I'm knocking some out here. We're gonna blow some stuff up.
okay. Do you want to go now, or Kim? Do you have one?
I've got nothing. So,
Okay. Dan, blow us away.
Sure.
Here. Yeah.
God, where to begin? Dragon's Dogma 2.
Whoa.
I think we'll see that maybe. Okay, let's go. A new BioShock game. Mm-hmm. You know,
That's good. That's really good, actually, because we know
They are
we're-
hiring.
Yeah, It's Cloud.
It's
not
just a job
Cloud9
post
Games,
thing that
but-
they show.
Hey, job post.
Can you imagine they use it like an Indeed ad? Like
They
and
do.
we need your help to
They
make this
do,
game.
though, right?
Anyone in
It's
the
always-
audience know how to rig a character?
One of my longtime friends literally just got hired there, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing the UI for the new Bioshock game."
Oh,
well,
So it's like public.
yeah.
here we go.
I
Yeah,
mean,
hey,
they announced they were working on this a
Yeah.
while ago.
sure.
Oh,
But I think it's gonna be, a prediction. All right, we got. Let's see what
Be
else. Let's get spicy.
Oh,
Final
oh,
Fantasy Tactics remaster. Anybody? Let's throw that one in the pot,
Okay,
and we'll shake it around with a Chrono Cross remake. How about that?
you're
Let's
really
do it.
going for it. I love
Yeah,
it. I
why
love the
not? I
hype.
told you,
Yeah.
man. We
Yeah.
don't do like all American breakfast here. We do the Grand Slam. All right.
Yeah.
You know what we didn't do? What we did last year, Alex, was that we had the rule where every wrong answer deducted points.
Negative
And
point.
it kind
Yeah.
of tempered our
not
wilder
fair.
guesses.
I think let's just do it where you get a point if you're right this year.
Okay. No
Because
penalties.
I should have stated it beforehand, audience. I apologize that I didn't, but yeah, let's just do a point per right prediction. So Kim, there's really no like negative for you just throwing out random stuff, you know.
Okay, so what are the odds of like BioWare showing something Dragon Age or Mass Effect related, but not really showing anything at all? Just like one
Now that part I
concept
can get
art
behind.
pick and
So-
being like coming soon with like some vague details.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely a possibility.
I like it. Can we can we put the caveat on that though? That if they show a gameplay trailer, she's wrong. Does that get the point?
Yeah, do it.
No,
do
here's
it.
the gameplay we're
I
gonna
will,
see.
there will
Yeah.
be no gameplay. There'll just be some concept art, and everybody will just be like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing ever!" and get really excited, and that will be enough to tide us over for another like year or two. I
5
think.
years. Yeah.
No.
And I
Every-
also
yeah.
I wish Final Fantasy 16 would make another appearance. To be honest with you, we haven't seen it for a while, but Yoshi P is obviously finishing up Endwalker right now and has been tied into that, so I don't think it'll happen, but I would like to because we need an update on that game. We haven't seen anything from it for a while.
So is it a
those are the
prediction or
two.
not?
I was gonna say, are you wishing or
We-
predicting?
Lock it in.
Well, I think it's unlikely. I shouldn't have said that out loud. I'm trying to think of other franchises.
Is this this is a weird prediction, but like Hideo Kojima shows up to like talk about his like weird expansion into movies and crap. Like
Okay,
we
that
get like
doesn't
a
count. We all know that's a 100%.
Like, we get,
He'll
like, a
talk
weird-
about where his mind is about the games industry, and articles will surface. Hideo Kojima on his next game will be the headline everywhere, and it'll just be a whole lot of nothing. Like
it'll be like a
How about
montage of his
Fable?
new studio.
Don't say
Fable.
Fable. I was gonna talk about Fable.
Well, hey, nobody else wants to get in the ring. I'm throwing some stuff out
I
there.
was
Right.
waiting for Kim. I was waiting for Kim to be done.
sorry. I'm trying.
I've
to
got a
think
list.
Here.
Oh,
Oh, you got a list. Here we go.
got a scroll.
Alex, you can say yours first.
I
I don't
Well,
want to. I don't want to
Kim-
walk over him.
Before Kim, did you want to make one before, or was it just I want to see Final Fantasy 16? Which we
I mean,
all
I
do.
say I would think this would be a good moment, but they won't do it. So I'm going to say it won't be there. But that's my prediction. It won't be
Okay.
there. So then if it is
Wait.
there,
An
I'll be happy.
anti-prediction. This is getting
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is that fair? That seems like an
No.
easy. They won't show Final Fantasy 16.
I think we'll determine if it's fair if she's like in the lead by 1 point.
Okay, here's
then.
one. They'll show a God of War, like some gameplay of God of War, and people will freak out. There
Okay.
you go.
Um,
That'll be like the end thing, the big like final.
And one
like,
more thing.
Oh my gosh! It'll
Okay.
be a tiny piece of gameplay, but it'll be enough
Yeah.
to make us excited about that game.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Just a taste.
I'll be quick. Gotham Knights release date trailer.
Hmm.
They let us know. I'm not gonna say when because I don't want to jinx myself, but we'll get a release date for that. Fable gameplay. I think we get like 10 seconds of it. Beautiful trailer, and then we get a little like in-engine footage, not gameplay. In-engine footage.
I think we'll get some engine. It'll say Fable will continue.
like it's James Bond. Fable will return.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Like we knew that. Thanks.
Yeah. I also, this may be too much of a layup here, but Halo Infinite either like battle pass item or like
Okay.
promotional like piece.
Ugh.
I think is
That you
definitely
can't
gonna
You're
I
off this
too
page.
believe there will be advertisements for existing products at this. I
That
too
sounds like
very
your-
bold, very
Yeah.
bold, Alex.
Okay.
That sounds like your E3 prediction, Ash, where you said there will be a Back for Blood beta announcement. It's
be.
like,
Bro,
like,
I gotta
oh,
get
well,
these
duh.
points somewhere, you know. And my last one, since since there's no negatives to predicting this, I'm going for it. In the Valley of Gods gets re-announced. It's coming, baby, from Valve. It's coming back. You just wait. It's gonna be
That
amazing.
should
It
cost you
lau-
points.
It launches that night. You can play it now.
And it's out today in Half-Life Alex. You have to go find it somewhere. Alex,
You know,
Fall Guys season 75 coming at you.
It's
My
gotten among us
predictions
now.
are real, bold,
Two of
All
those
right.
were real. Yeah.
and I'll even
That
put a
is
wager on the
list
line.
out.
Wait,
For
what?
every
We already have a
prediction
wager on the line.
for every prediction I get wrong, you can slap me.
No,
What?
I do not support this.
Slap bets, they're
Yeah.
back.
I mean, you guys are gonna have
No.
to slap him for me since I'm not
I'm
there.
not
but-
slapping anybody.
Marcus can slap me.
Okay,
That's-
I'll buy a
This
plane
is the
ticket. to slap
weirdest
somebody.
part of the show, and that says a lot.
If you get all of them wrong, can we tear up like one of your favorite Pokemon cards?
No, if you get any wrong, you got to do the one chip challenge.
There
Oh
we
God.
go.
Okay, I take it all back.
I was like, I don't know why you're trying to turn this into like a shadow game.
Okay. All right.
All right, what do you got?
Number 1, I said Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're going to Blue Point Games is going to come on the stage. They're going to talk about being acquired by Sony. And they're going to show off the first teaser for their first original IP. Not a remake, but their own game.
Right.
Do you want to guess what the game is?
No.
Fair.
That is one.
Okay.
Next one. Breath of the Wild 2 release date trailer. Not like the day, but like
Keep
March
dreaming.
March 2022. March,
Wait, no, that's not the prediction, right?
no, but that's an
No,
example.
okay,
Like
got it,
they'll
got it,
give
got
a
it.
month with 2022.
The
I
Legend
thought
of
you
Zelda
were,
will
like,
continue.
saying- yeah.
I can't wait. The Legend of Zelda will continue.
Yeah.
I feel like the more likely thing is they reveal the full title.
That's good too.
Yeah, we'll be lucky to get that. Much less a release.
Yeah, and even that, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be like
all right.
June 2022 or something like
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
It'll be a
Yeah.
release date.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, up next, we're getting gameplay of the Harry Potter game.
Oh, forgot
About
That's-
about
time.
That's your
I
best
believe
one.
that.
That's your best one, I think. Yeah.
Oh, you
J.K.
think that's my
Rowling-
best one?
I
You think
think
that's my
so.
best one?
So far, I think so.
Oh,
Oh, actually, I'm with you on the Splinter
He's
Cell,
not
by the
done.
way.
He's not done.
Not
This is
done
coming
yet.
up too.
Viva Pinata 3! Let's go!
Handle 4.
Get this man out of here.
Yeah.
Rare's gonna come up on the stage. They're like, we've made Sea of Thieves. You know, we've proved ourselves. We're here for this game, but it's time to sail on to brighter shores. And onto the shores of the island of Pinatas. It's Viva Pinata 3.
I can't tell whether
We
this is
just-
like the best.
And I'll be
prediction
in
or
the
worst.
I'll be in the audience.
That's where you're actually going to be,
I
not
don't
your
even
brother's
care
wedding.
anymore.
Yeah.
Your brother's getting married at the Game Awards?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we totally forgot about Everwild. We're just going to announce a whole new property.
Oh,
a
I
whole
don't think
new
we
game.
forgot about
Yeah.
Everwild. I think we're just never going to talk about it again.
Right?
Just like
Didn't
deep
I get-
down.
Actually, I have two more quick ones that I just popped in my head. One is a release date for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
That's totally. Come on, make a prediction, not like a. Come on, come on.
They've been very
come
quiet
on.
about that game. We still don't even know all the platforms.
Quiet about
it's
that game.
for.
We know exactly what it is. We
But I
know
mean,
everything.
they've been drip feeding like it's coming to PC, and then months later, it's coming to Switch, and it's like, can you just announce that it's
You-
coming to everything? There's
You
no way
can't
it's
tell
not.
me that you'll play like a 2-hour block of that game and be like, "Wow, this is so much different than I thought it was gonna be." We know literally everything about that.
Will
All
there
right,
be
go ahead.
pizza?
And I think we're gonna see that Prince of Persia remake again. Finally,
Oh, I don't.
Oh.
That thing has been
They
unceremoniously.
just sent out a
flushed.
message like
No,
a month,
no
like,
way.
almost a few weeks ago. They just straight up said like, "Hey, this we're
It
still working on
exists
this."
still?
I'll go against Marcus for points on that one. We will definitely not
Like-
see that. Not now, and probably not ever.
Hey, they said they
Yeah.
they took the time
There
to
will
make
be there will be pandemonium if they bring back that Prince of Persia thing and don't talk about Splinter Cell.
It's not happening. The
I
Splinter
mean,
Cell
we
thing,
know
I actually
that Prince of
believe. I
Persia
think they
thing's
will do
happening
the
at
Splinter Cell
least.
thing. The Prince of Persia thing, they're never going to talk about that again. It will be quietly shuffled
They
off
just talked about it.
to the Island of Lost Games.
We're on the island.
They're gonna show a new trailer and the graphics are gonna look better, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, they
No, they're
fixed
not.
it because we didn't like the way it looked the first time."
They're just never going to talk about it again and expect people to get hype about Sam Fisher, which will work.
Bro, if Skull and Bones is coming out, we're gonna get Prince
Skull
of
and
Persia.
Okay,
No,
is it
no,
though?
Skull and Bones is approximately 8 times more likely to surface than that thing.
They're gonna announce
Skull
Skull
and
and
coming back.
They're gonna announce Skull and
What
Bones is
about
actually a
Beyond Good
Splinter
and
Cell
Evil
game.
2? What about
That's
that?
no, forget about that. That is already on the Island of Lost Games.
Yeah,
They would
that is
never
the
speak
island.
a word about that one again. That's gone.
yeah, Skull
I'm
and
sorry
Bones.
if you had your
and-
hopes up on that one, but that thing is never to be uttered about again. It's toast.
Oh my god. Kim,
Oh,
do you have any
boy.
final ones you've been ruminating on, or do we get them all? Alex, anyone? Feeling good? No? Okay.
Listen,
What if we get a
I had some
trailer
good
for
predictions.
part 2 of the Final Fantasy VII remake?
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh.
That would be sweet.
Next
but
year,
That'd be,
yeah.
that'd be great. I would love that.
Hype.
Oh,
I feel
but-
like that's too early. Because we
Yeah,
had
I
way too
feel
early.
like they'll wait till E3, but
because
They're
they
gonna
did.
I just
they're
wanna
gonna wait
put the
till they're gonna
thought
wait
of
till
the
16 is out in
possibility
the
in
water
your
before they
head.
start doing that crap.
Do you think 16 comes before part 2?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't think so.
I don't.
I think part 2.
Yeah, on
They already
what
have the
planet
template
does it
there for
not?
part 1. They just did that DLC this year.
All right, whatever.
We
Let's
know-
let's go. I like this. This whole segment has been hot and
Oh
spicy.
my
I like it.
gosh.
Get some
Yeah.
some peppers in there and stir it up.
And no more peppers for me ever after Extra Life. Okay, we are gonna take a quick break.
Man ate a jalapeno pepper and act like
No, there was
He did
blazing.
a
Changed
once
my
in a
life.
row.
Those
Y'all
are
get
blazing,
blazing
yo.
sauce.
Yeah,
Respect.
bro, I was pooping weird for a week. I can't do that again.
That is normal.
Oh,
Don't be
God.
afraid.
Don't
We're
be
gonna take
afraid.
a quick break. We're gonna get to community. Be right back. Welcome back to the Game Informer show, and y'all remember how funny that Apocalypse Now joke was earlier in the show?
Are
I'm
you
still-
an assassin?
I'm still thinking about it.
It's
great.
good. It's good. It's gold.
Gold, baby. Like Alex Van Aken is, the golden boy himself. Alex, I think
hello.
we have some housekeeping to do.
We do have some housekeeping. Of course, we always start the show with a new podcast review. If you take the time to go over to Apple Podcasts, leave us an honest review. We will read it out on the show as a way of saying thank you for doing that for us because it does help us out. This week, it's a 5-star review from Gil Punchstone saying, I miss Ben, but these guys are great. Not enough big man swag in your podcast ain't no thing. Keep up the good work, GI crew. Great roundtable discussions on my favorite pastime. What these guys don't know about video games isn't worth knowing. I think there was a typo there. Thank you, Gil, for that lovely review. We appreciate you, and we miss Ben too. Maybe he should come back on the show soon.
Yeah.
Thursday stream. It's happening. Twitch.tv/Game Informer every Thursday, 2 p.m. Central. I think I'm leading the charge this week. I'm going to be streaming with other people from the staff, but I think you're going to see my gameplay,
Ooh.
which is what you want to see.
For sure.
Halo Infinite multiplayer. So we're going to be
Oddball.
oddball,
Pretty good, actually.
kill-tacular. We're
I
going
love
to be throwing down again in the Spartan Arena. Stay tuned, twitch.tv/Game Informer, 2 p.m. Central. We will see you there. Social media plugs. It's that time of the show where you can go and follow us and tell us how good our jokes are after you've been listening to the show all day. Find Stadnik at Studnik76. You can find me at It's Van Aken. Follow Kim at Kstar1785. Follow Dan at Dan Tack, and follow Marcus at Marcus Stewart 7. And then don't forget Video Gameography and All Things Nintendo. Our other 2 podcasts. The first one is a video game history podcast hosted by one Marcus Stewart and Ben Reeves, and All Things Nintendo is, of course, Brian Shea. So go check those out on your favorite streaming apps. And let's get into the listener emails, Alex. Back to you.
Back to me. I love this section, Alex. We want to know why? Because this
Why?
is when our beautiful listeners get to write in and tell us how good of a job we're doing or how terrible of a job we're doing. They also
Yeah.
get to tell us what to talk about. And this is where you can send in to podcastgameinformer.com to send in your questions, hopes, dreams, nightmares, the whole thing. Not a lot of nightmares, which is good. I hope y'all are sleeping well. And there's another place you can send in your questions, which we got a lot of from this week, Alex, right?
Discord, the official Game Informer community Discord. You get access to it by subscribing over on twitch.tv/Game Informer. There you go.
Yeah. We're
I
all
love
in
that place.
That's a
I hang
great
out
place.
there all day. I'm just
Yeah.
in there reading comments. I'm just like, that guy's cool.
Yeah. When you
I'm
see
sorry.
me
About you?
post.
He's reading
About
his
you?
comments. Yeah.
Yeah, Kim, basically, I read my own comments in there all day, and I'm just like, wow, those are cool.
Wow.
Just to myself, and then I start
Cheese
typing
falling
myself.
off the bone. Wow. What a
Like,
what
I
a
wish I
Alex
was
visionary.
with the great
as
meme.
cool as the Dan
I love
Tack
it.
guy.
It's a
Just,
fun place.
I love it. Just falling off the bone, Gouda. You know, you ever had that bone-in
I
cheese?
hate
Good
it.
stuff.
It's the
Oh, gosh. Here we
dumbest
go.
thing. Alrighty. Let's get it going here. First question from Bobby Buell himself over on Discord. Shout out to Bob Buell.
Hey,
Shout out to 99 Questions. Very good podcast.
it
Uh,
is.
Do you folks have video games tied together in your memories with specific parts of the year? For me, Mortal Kombat is forever tied with Christmas ever since I got MK2 for Genesis as a Christmas gift as a wee young Buell. Thanks, Bobby Buell. No, Bob. Thank you. Y'all
Um,
have any memories tied to
N-
Vigi games, Kim?
Well, not like to a season, but my first year of college when I was homesick, I would play a lot of Kingdom Hearts. And so I always I tie Kingdom Hearts in with that freshman year of college, even though the game was already out then. But oh my God, I'm aging myself. Oh my God, you're going to figure out how old I am. Oh my God.
my God.
Oh no.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
I'll just bleep that entire part
Kingdom
out
Hearts,
on
by the
air.
way, turns 20 years old in March. So
Whoa.
that's how old we're getting. Everyone, enjoy
Wow,
that
this
tidbit.
has
for
been a
you.
really
sucks.
true ride through the
Yeah.
seasons. Thank you, Kim.
But no, I just like I always associate that because of the fact that I played a ton of it. Like it was just like I needed a game that was comfort food during that time, and that game definitely was for me.
Nice. That's
I think
great.
mine would it's every Christmas. It used to be Minecraft, but now it is Fortnite because I go home for the holidays and my brothers and I pull out all of our TVs, put them in one room, and we just play Fortnite together. And we just slay out, as they say. So that's probably the one that comes to mind the most for me.
Do you think y'all will change it to Halo now? Or do you think it's
Um,
Fortnite?
I don't know. It might be changing to Halo. We'll see. Jury's still out on that one.
Sure. Cool. Dan?
You
Any
know,
memories?
I don't have any games that just like are tied with seasons. Like, you know, I played World of Warcraft for years, which means that is all the seasons.
365,
seasons.
baby. Yeah. Welcome to 4
Um,
seasons, baby.
Yeah, I don't have a seasonal game. I want one now. So I like the question.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
would be a good.
I want my hot cocoa snow game. I mean, it's Minneapolis though, right? So snow games like half the year, but
I feel like Stardew
Um,
Valley could become one for me.
I want a cozy game that I haven't identified yet that I can just drink hot cocoa and be like, oh, there's a warm fire and snow cones
Oh.
and right. Yeah, whatever. Let's go.
I'll always associate the original Harvest Moon with summer because I rented it on my summer break. I remember from the family video, and
Let's go. Yeah.
and I love that's how I found out about the series, and I remember being like, I have to beat it, and then when I beat it, I was like, I have to marry everybody and see how their path turns out. So I rented that game a ton. I should have just bought it. You ever have that where you're like,
Yeah.
I rented one of these, like I remember as a kid, and my parents should have just bought me the game. It would have been so much cheaper in the long run.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
the
it
same
wasn't
one
your
every
money.
time. Yeah, that's true.
Do y'all remember how much it was to rent like systems back in the day? Like,
Systems,
large-
no, nobody could afford
I don't
that.
remember how
Yeah.
much it was, but I do remember that my brother worked at Blockbuster for a long time, so sometimes he would like bring the systems home. Like if they went through a certain period, they would just be free for the employees too.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Man, I miss Blockbuster. R.I.P.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get to tell my memory.
No,
yeah,
we weren't
gosh,
done yet.
Alex.
We weren't done yet. I wasn't
Hate-
done.
hate
I
my
looked over at
Christmas.
the screen and it wasn't done. I promise.
Mm.
Mm.
But no,
Well,
I have no answer. No, I'm just kidding.
I remember rollerblading to Funkoland and finding Alundra was the demo game, and
Oh
I
my god.
had to buy it immediately. Like, there's just like these little things that like pop in my head that are just like these gaming memories that
I
Mhm.
forgot about Alundra.
so good.
Yeah, it's like a little Zelda thing. That game is alright.
I kept like rollerblading back and trying because I thought I was gonna be like a Star Royal rollerblader because I watched the Disney movie Brink and it made it seem so fun
Yeah!
and cool.
Brink
And
is
then
great.
yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. But I did a rollerblade up to the Funkoland because there's like a little fake ramp that kids had created like in the back of the store, and I used to like try to, ooh, I'm gonna rollerblade over it now and really be cool.
I love it.
That should have been the plot of Brink, just kids
Right there,
rollerblading
going to
and playing
Funko Land.
Alundra.
Yeah. Well, Marcus, thank
Um,
you for that nice story. I appreciate that. Moving on.
Wait,
to
no, I don't have a story. Wait. No, I do have a story. Real quick. It's not a game because I don't really have seasonal games because I rarely replay games in general. But console, PlayStation 2. When I got my PS2 that Christmas, it was for my cool uncle, and I'll never forget. He got two PS2 because I have a younger brother, and he got one for each of us, which was
Ooh.
huge for me because up to that point we always had to share
Yep.
consoles, and so the PS2 was my first like, oh, this is just mine. Like I can take this to my room and I can play good games and not have to worry about my brother playing his bad games and taking up space.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so that was like the establishment of like, oh, my independence, quote unquote, as a gamer. I can do whatever I want and play with the disc tray and do things you probably shouldn't do with the disc tray with it. I was playing like
Like what?
sticking things like CDs and stuff that didn't play on the system. I thought the retractable disc tray was so cool at the time. I thought it was like futuristic as hell.
You put like
Like,
toys in there and stuff. Like,
no, I'm not that dumb. It was just like other CDs because I was testing it out. Like any CD-ROM, I was like,
I used to try to put like
"Oh."
GameCube discs in my PS2 because they're
That's-
smaller. They're
that's-
you just
smaller.
made everybody go silent. Like,
What?
like
why?
just silently judging Alex.
Yeah, what? I didn't think it was gonna work. I just want to see if it would fit and accept it.
Mhm.
Bro, you have the one PS2 that plays Smash or something like that.
Like Mario Sunshine on my
He
PS2.
figured it out.
Yeah. He cracked the code. Yeah, I think the only one for me, I guess I don't know if this is in the spirit of the question or not, but the Wii is so closely tied to Christmas for me. And I think I've told this story on the podcast where my dad and I got to Target at like 5 a.m. You know, he got me a Code Red Mountain Dew. I was hyped, right? We are gonna get the Wii, one of the first people to get the Wii in Lakeville, Minnesota. It was a whole thing. And we get it, we get in there, get my Twilight Princess, boom, I get my Wii, I get the extra nunchuck and controllers or whatever, and I'm living, right? I'm sky high. It's a beautiful thing. Get home, mom's all happy, like, did you get it? Did you get it? I was like, yeah, we got it. Let's freaking go. Poggers, I'm sure I said back then. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
she's like, cool. And then she grabs it and she's like, I bet you'll love this for Christmas. And just, I've never had such a high into such a low in one moment, like in my entire life at that point.
That's villainous.
I literally, you can ask her next time she's on the podcast. We'll talk about it. But I literally didn't talk to her for like
Wow.
3 days. I was so mad. We went to the library after, and I made sure I beeline. I wasn't telling her where I was going. I beeline to the comic section. I was done. I was over it.
I was gonna say, like, how dramatic was this? She's like, hey, Alex, you want some like cheese on your sandwich? And you would just like blow right by her, just go.
Yeah, which is like my mom and I are good. Like, you know, I am not a confrontational person. Like, but I was done. She was dead to me. She would like Tony
wow.
Soprano, like dead.
In
to me.
reality, it was like Christmas Eve. It was like,
Yeah. And then when I finally got it, the console for Christmas, it was this. Anger is not the right emotion, but it was like this relief that I finally got it, but like the spite of knowing that I could have already probably beaten Twilight Princess at that point. But then it was great. There's a picture of fat little Alex like holding the Wii and like, you know, just very excited for
Were
Twilight.
you
Where
the
I
new
f-
Nintendo 64 kid, but with a Wii?
I was
where
gonna make that joke.
Yeah.
Where I thought the story was going was that you were gonna say like it was broken or it didn't work or something when you went to put it in. And so when you said your mom took it away, that was like the last thing that I expected to be your answer. I thought he was gonna say like, yeah, we opened it up and there was no Wii inside. Like what the hell? Like
A bag of bricks.
It was a PS2 with GameCube games in it. I don't know what was happening.
I don't remember those stories.
That's we at home.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next question. I know some of the viewers have said they want more viewer questions. We've had a couple of really long subjects for the last couple of weeks, but we promise we'll get to more. But today we're only going to do 2. This one also comes from Discord, from One Mean Leafeon Machine. Shout out to Leaf.
Thief.
It says, what is the most jaw-dropping moment you can remember while playing a game? For me, playing through Uncharted 2 for the first time was just that the entire way through from the very beginning with the train wreck. One Mean
The
Leafeon Machine.
opening of Final Fantasy X, because gosh, those graphics on the PS2 just like blew me away. And I had a similar feeling actually when I booted up 13 on the PlayStation 3, even though 13 didn't end up hitting the high level that 10 did for me, but like just the wow of like, and then 10 too, because it had the voice and the cinematics and all that, and I was like, oh my god, games are turning into movies. That was like my first like time of being like, wow. And I was always,
yeah, that's when you realized Final Fantasy was going downhill.
hush you. That's like when I'm a cutscene girl. I love my cutscenes. Xenosaga, bring it on. Those long cutscenes, I was all in for them. But as I'm saying, so for me, I was like, ooh, games are going more in a story direction. I just remember still like being so mesmerized and impressed by it. And it was one of those moments where I'll always be like, oh, games are really changing now and becoming something that can compete story-wise, with other entertainment.
Yeah. That's good.
What a superhero named Cutscene Girl now.
Scene girl.
That's a good name.
Living in a cinematic world.
Okay,
I've got
we
2.
something now. Yeah, we got something now. AVA hit it.
First one, playing Gears of War 1 for the first time on my Xbox 360.
Mhm.
That was a moment for video game, fidelity. Like when just even like the opening like jail area, just like, and that whole first level was just bonkers to me. That one, and then the moment in Pokemon Gold where you beat Johto and you realize you have to, there's all of Kanto now.
Yes.
And you play through like the second half of that game when you think you're done. That moment was like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. I love that. That's a really great call out. Marcus, Dan, either of you?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's so many though, right? Like actual jaw dropping, I'm not sure, but Final Fantasy VII was a huge jump for RPGs at the time. Incredibly just visually. I know you look at it now and it's like, what?
Yeah.
but back then we were like, oh my god, games have changed forever. This is probably like the most technically advanced thing I'll ever see. Games are real, man. That kind of thing. But there's so many like examples, right? Like I don't think I've ever done like a double take, but there's so many like other good examples, like Bloodborne's second act, realizing that the game is not exactly nothing was as it seemed. It's very cool to go through it. Even just recently, Inscription was a weird one. Jaw dropping, I don't know, but certainly enough to make me take pause and be like, huh.
Yeah. Eyebrow
That's
raising.
nifty. That's stuff like that. But like in terms of Mist. I know that sounds crazy, especially the dismissive way that Mist is treated around here in GI land. But
wait, doesn't Ben Reeves like love Mist? Don't you?
We
have
got some
Mist
haters.
supporters?
We got Mist
Oh,
haters.
Okay.
But Mist the first time playing a CD-ROM game. I'm dating myself, and you know what, Kim? Unlike Kim, I'm okay doing that. I can be grandpa. It's fine.
Hey, I played the Seventh Guest.
Yeah, Seventh Guest and Mist were both in that same first CD-ROM wave where it was astonishing. We had voice, we had music, we had, video integrated into a game. These were all very new and amazing at the time. Seventh Guest was incredible. It's like, oh my god, it's like playing a horror movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm astonished, even though the game wasn't very good, right? It's just like a bunch of really bad puzzles in sequence. You got through them because it was super cool. It's like, man, look at the skull. It moves, man. It moves. We would come up to each other on the PCs and be like, dude, look at it's moving and it makes noises. Like stuff today would be like, yeah, you're stupid, Dan. But no, it was incredible. It was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. So I guess that's jaw dropping. Missed like, oh my God, there's running water. You touch the thing and water comes out. We freaked out about that for like weeks. We were like, oh my God, look at this. The graphical fidelity. It's like being there in reality, man. And there's video and they talk. All right. So this is how it was like back then. All right.
We've come a long way.
We really have.
Yeah. Marcus, how about you?
I guess similar to the Final Fantasy X thing with Kim, like Metal Gear Solid was that for me of like, oh my God, this is just a movie. Like I remember playing that on the PlayStation demo disc, like PlayStation Underground, shout out, Pizza Hut subscription. Like that sold me on the game pretty much. I was like, oh my, there's credits and widescreen and voices and stuff. This is wild. I think I've said this before, but the opening to God of War 3,
Bro,
is
yes.
nuts. And I know
Dude.
God of War 2 is the one people go to with the Colossus of Rhodes stuff, and that was amazing. Like at the time, that blew me away too. But I think the Poseidon fight in the beginning of 3, especially coming off the cliffhanger of 2, like it just immediately starts with like, oh, big war between the gods and the
Yeah.
Titans. We're climbing a
Mhm.
mountain, and then Poseidon's a weird horse crab water thing fighting
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
And it just goes like
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
when it finally slows down, like I had to like pause and like take a breath, like I can't believe all of this just happened within the first 5 minutes. Holy crap. So yeah, that one's one. And then to be a little bit different, and this is a little spoilery, this is a different kind of
Spoilers.
jaw dropping. But
What game before we get into it? What
I
game?
would say Red Dead Redemption 2. If you can
Mm,
throw spoiler tags. 5,
Y'all
4,
know. Yep.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so middle of the game when you find out that Arthur's sick, that legit stunned me. And that was when I kind of realized how much I really cared about him as a character. Like when he falls off the horse and it's like, wait, what's going on here? And he
Can I
gets
just
the
say this? Arthur Morgan is a babe and one of the most handsome
Straight
protagonists
fox.
we've
Of everything
ever
that came
had.
out of this
Yeah.
podcast, I'm glad we got that on record.
That just needs to be on record.
yeah, mine was cute too because he had the mutton chops and kind of the longish hair. He was like a sexy Wolverine, basically.
He's a babe.
So
Two
just Wolverine,
cowboys.
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was one where it's like it almost in a weird way it felt like being there when your friend when they get like some sort of diagnosis like that.
Mhm.
Like I was just like, oh,
Oh,
like literally just
yeah.
sitting here like, oh my God. Like,
That's such a that is such a good moment.
That's a good one. Yeah.
yeah.
I
I-
also remember too. I was just thinking about it now. Like the first time I finished BioShock, I was like, my mind just like,
Mhm.
oh, games making me think. Like I'm piecing things together
Yeah,
in a
well,
way
what's
that,
that?
like, yeah, when like I just wasn't like used to having something that like when you read a book, you know, you're piecing together themes, different threads and stuff. And BioShock to me was like felt like when I read, you know. And I was like, games are getting close to like literature in some ways with certain things. And that
Mhm.
game for me was that moment where I'm just another time where I just realized, oh my God, there's so much more that can be done. And like, it was really clever and cool. And yeah, I'll never forget that too.
Also, it's one of the benchmarks of a jaw-dropping moment is when you're a kid and you make your parents see the thing that you're watching. Like you drag them in here and you know they don't care, but you're like, no, mom, you have to. Yeah,
No,
because I
you
used to
literally
do
have
that.
to see this. Yeah.
I used to do that with Final Fantasy summon sequences with like 7 and 8. It's like, no, you have to see this. This is what video
Yeah,
games
and then they're
are
not
now.
impressed at all. And they're just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's really nice. I'm glad. Yeah, I used to do that too.
Did you not see
You just
Shiva?
don't get it. You don't get it. This
Yeah.
is so cool,
Yeah.
Mom.
And I got another one too that came to my mind. You know, the Sekiro ape, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had a moment that a moment that I had to
Just a
clean up.
gasp.
Yeah, it had to be cleaned. You know, I had to get a diaper.
I
that
get a
happened.
diaper.
Yeah, I was like, man, I had an accident.
I
Because
don't think you get a diaper as a reaction.
playing through that game the first time, completely unknown, full review,
That's a
and I was
jaw
just like,
drop.
I thought I was done. I thought I
Mhm.
was done, and
Yeah.
he took it all away. Damn you, Miyazaki!
There's a lot of good calls here. Marcus, 100%, like genuinely, you took mine because that was the God of War 3 one.
Oh, okay.
Experiencing it because I got to play that with my friends too. Like one of my friends bought it and only had a PS3, so we all went over his house for a sleepover. And we had played 1 and 2, right, as kind of a group. So when we turned 3 on and it was that fight of the Titans trying to scale Mount Olympus, I was like, there's never going to be better scale in video games than this moment, this epic like clash here.
Yeah.
And then I played God of War 2018, which like I I don't think I was cynical about games in 2018, but like there was a certain
Yeah, you
expectation
were.
of storytelling. You're right. Very cynical person here. Yeah. But I think the longer you embrace a medium like film, movie, you know, like there's certain expectations of like narrative
you're harder to
and
impress.
stuff like that. Yeah. The Boulder fight in the first like what hour of that game, I was doing the like laugh the entire time. Like I was like, this is the best superhero fight I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, eat your heart out, Zack Snyder. Like and then the game just continues to build on that. The sense of scale with the world serpent and stuff like that is incredible. And that's why I think I love that game combined with like my love of what they did with Kratos and stuff like that. I think it's exceptional.
I was gonna say the World Serpent for me is that in a game. The first time you see him, and even though they had already shown it before that, but like there's something different about actually playing that sequence and like I said, the sense of scale on that thing, and then especially its voice, which I don't think that game gets enough credit for like sound designs. Like hearing Jormungandr, his name,
Yeah. Yep.
like hearing him speak, it's like so intimidating, and he's like right up in their faces, and it's like he could eat them very easily right now if he wanted to, and that's terrifying.
Yeah. And then I think that's it. The Red Dead 2 call out is very great. Everything you said, but for me, the nun scene is what pushed me over.
Oh
'Cause
god.
there's only one right way to do the nun scene. It's if you're a
Yes.
good person or your good meter is a certain level, right? It's not if you're bad, you get a different way. But the nun scene is one of the most emotional and best scenes in games. So wow. What a freaking podcast. I think that's it.
Huge.
I think we did it. Huge.
Jaw dropping.
Jaw dropping.
I consider it jaw dropping. I thought this podcast was a real babe.
It's got some nice sideburns.
The references were on point.
Arthur
Everyone's new
Morgan.
favorite movie, Apocalypse Now.
Are you an assassin?
As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please give us a review of what you think, positive, negative, whatever. We appreciate the support regardless. Subscribe if you like it. Be constructive if you don't. I'm not going to read you're fat or you suck. You know, it's just not going to happen. So we appreciate the support. We know holidays are crazy for everyone, but we hope everyone's having a good holiday season. And, you know, some good games. Let's have some fun with games, right? Thank you all for joining us. Be good to one another, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Are you an assassin? It's a funny joke, I swear, guys.